killed her.
I killed
She doesn't want me
Sana.
here.
No, I was trying. I don't know how I did that. I was just trying to VIP you, and I killed you.
Oh, I think her
Ah.
true intentions ended up showing.
No, I'm not Eva. Eva would kill her.
I thought you made Eva mod for a second.
Yeah.
And I made her a VIP.
Yeah, I'm VIP.
She would remove.
She would remove you.
No! No! I wouldn't.
But hello, everyone. It's been a very long time since we have played. It gets so lonely here. It was just busy. Everyone just kept. It was just like things were going on, like, and yeah, we couldn't make a time. But now we can, and we can maybe finish. I don't know. If not, we'll make another. We'll make another game of this. How dare you time Sada out? I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
And I thought I was evil.
I'm not evil. I don't know how I did that. This is why I have to get JoJo to have like the mod powers. I mess up when I do stuff. JoJo knows what he's doing. I don't. I don't know what I'm doing.
Head full of leaves.
Yeah, but I will try to give a little bit of a refresher of what happened way back when. It's been 6 months. It's been very long. So I hope the audio is okay. If I have to change anything, let me know. I mean, if you can hear everyone okay and you can hear the game, there is music playing. It's not silent. So basically, what we did last time is we were on the Gravekeeper's route, and we kind of learned that like people in that village had like a sickness and were kind of dying, but she was the only one who didn't get sick, and she's kind of just buried everybody. Now she's all alone. She's like, it gets so lonely here. Name drop.
Ha ha ha.
And she has a country accent.
Yeah, and she has meat, a lot of meat.
A lot of meat. Where is she getting all this meat from? She could be a cannibal. We don't know. I don't know. I played Cooking Companions. They did cannibalism. I could see it happening.
Oh, me too.
Also, let me lift up the chat a little bit. My head's covered, just a smidge of it. Alright. Oh yes, we should also do introductions. We'll go in the order of how it's kind of lined up on the screen. Eva!
Oh.
You're
Hi.
first!
First is the worst.
Oh. Feels like the first day of school.
Yes, introduce yourself to the class.
Hi, I'm Eva. That okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Chester.
Chester.
Hi, I'm Chester Wonderpop, your favorite magical mistake. I'm excited to read cute girls.
You're not a mistake.
Oh, yes I am. That's my lore.
Oh my goodness, you're just like that one scene from like the Powerpuff Girls. It's like, it's okay, Professor. I was an accident too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn, Sana.
Oh, howdy, I'm Strawberry Sana. Or Sana, I am a voice actress and singer, and I mostly make content on YouTube.
And that's why I have like nobody really tagged on the title for their channels, because none of them stream on Twitch. So I'm like, what would be the point? What would benefit? Go to their YouTube channels. That's where you'll find all the content. Yes. But also, hello everyone. My name is Leafuchii, your lovable gremlin fox VTuber. Hi. Okay, let us continue.
Wait, does Twitch have no other emotes?
I guess
I feel like I don't have any.
sometimes if you just watch a lot of streamers, people like you can kind of just end up with emotes because people just randomly gift you subs, so you just kind of get.
Oh,
subs.
is that how it
Should be-
works?
There should be the base.
Yeah, there
Twitch
should be like the base
emotes,
ones. Though.
and then you
Is
get
it,
the
like,
streamer
called
ones if you're
The
subbed.
global one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then if you're Twitch subbed, you get the specific streamer emote.
Yeah, no, like I sometimes
makes
just
sense.
like watch some random people I'm subbed to, and just sometimes randomly get people do like gift subs, and I get randomly gifted. Sometimes I'm not even live. I'm just subbed to someone. I'll just be like, "Oh, you've been gifted."
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Fox, where? I am a fox. Excuse you. Hi, Casual Mando. Hello. Howdy, 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 howdy. Oh, wait.
Oh no, the howdy curse. It's
Howdy,
spreading.
howdy, 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 howdy. Okay. All I see is a squirrel. I am not a squirrel. Excuse you.
I am.
Oh, you're a... Oh, yeah.
You're not.
You are.
Oh wait, never mind. You are. Took me a second there.
She is Sandy Cheeks, and Sandy Cheeks is
I'm
her.
Sandy today.
Mhm. You're talking like... Don't you dare say anything bad about Texas. I'm back from ads. Welcome back. Welcome back from the ad void. Okay. The days pass following this nightly encounter with your aquatic acquaintance. Wait, aquatic acquaintance?
Yeah, this is not the right one.
That's the wrong route.
Yes,
We already
the
read
wrong
this
save.
one.
Oh.
Is it the same?
I think 4 and 6 are the ones, depending on which one we want to start with. I think 4 is where we left off in my route, and then
I think it's
6 is...
September 11th.
It might
that
be
one.
this one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
why
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Okay. Also, why am I angry? Turn that off. There we go. I was like, I heard the aquatic. I was like, what is
Oh
it?
no, you saved over it!
No! Okay, we gotta speed run this.
Goodbye, Eva.
No, Sada, you
Oh no!
have to hear the country accent again.
No, speed run! Oh gosh, we just started and I've already messed things up. Okay, I guess we can go here. Speed run time!
I mean, we can skip, can't we?
Yeah, we can skip.
Like,
And it'll go
okay,
back
good.
to what we have in the scene.
Don't worry, I'm reading
Yeah.
all of this. Don't worry.
Speed
She's catching up.
run! I just keep making mistakes today. Okay, there we go.
Okay, audience, I hope
Awesome.
you caught up with the story now
Yeah.
You read all
That's,
that.
and presented.
There's no test on this, right, guys?
What is this? What is this game? This is. It gets so lonely here, and I guess to kind of explain it a little bit is like we were this pink-haired girl, and when originally we were running away from
something?
yeah, running away from something, and we had 3 options to go to. We could go to the castle, we could go to the village, or we could go to like the ocean. And each place we go to, we find a different girl who is struggling from loneliness, because for some reason like they're all by themselves, alone. And last time when we took the mermaid's route, it turned into like she kept trying to like slowly like lure her to go into the water, go into the ocean with her, and yeah, we drowned.
Really nothing bad will happen in the ocean.
we drowned, and we finished that one with the mermaid, and right now we're on the village one, and the village one is where we met a lone gravekeeper girl who's the only one left in this village because everyone else has died from a sickness, but she has not. And I guess we stopped I can't really remember how we ended up in this situation, but we are not in our bed anymore. We could possibly be in a grave. I hope not. But we will see what happens. Sounds interesting. Yeah. It has been interesting. Okay. But when you wake up, you find that you are no longer in bed, upon which you slept in, shrouded by sheets. The grave digger, too, is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, are we in a coffin? Did she bury us? Or she's like, you got the sickness. We don't.
Well, I mean,
you
being
can't.
in the coffin's fine. It's just if it's underground.
It's when it's underground. You can't breathe. Yeah. Instead, you are quite alone, lying by yourself in the dark. I don't think we are okay. I think we might be in a coffin. You blink, but your surroundings do not become any clearer. Is it the middle of the night? Perhaps you were roused from your slumber, but a desire to relieve yourself, or else to slake your thirst. Oh yeah, I forgot, this game has fancy words. So I'm like, I don't know how to say these words. Your sleep has been awfully disordered as of late, and the smallest of noises have been enough to disrupt you. Also, hi, Raziel. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. That does not sound quite right, though. You slept well, of that you are certain. Your body feels invigorated, as though it has slumbered for hours and hours. How many hours? You do not know. You do not know much of anything. We're a little dumb. But we realized that when we were like, yeah, let's go into the ocean. We can't swim, but that is also a thing. She said, like, she's not a good swimmer. Yet she was just like, the memory was like, yeah, let's go to my underwater, like, home. Yeah, it's fine. You'll be fine.
It was my charm.
It was your charm. You were just, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the MC was kind of like, oh yeah, she'll definitely remember. Like, I need to go up for air. She'll remember that, right? Right?
Yeah, she'd have like some mermaid magic or something to breathe.
Yeah. No.
No.
You can feel a strange pinching sensation around your chest. However, and around your arms. It would appear as though somebody, but who else could have it been save the gravekeeper, changed your whole attire while you were sleeping. That is a startling thought, but the darkness which entombs you is even more so. The darkness which surrounds you is unsettling, complete. It is so thick you cannot penetrate it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in a coffin right now.
Seems like it.
I'm going to die. Your newfound woes do not stop. However, at this deep, unnatural darkness, it is cold too, and you are lying upon something hard. Some sort of stone slab? What is going on? You reach out, but your movements are soon stymied. There is something heavy lying atop you. There is something that is limiting your movements. But Leaf, don't you know everything is better under the sea? Under the sea. Down where it's wetter. I don't remember. Something like that. You were anxious before upon awakening, but at this discovery, you feel downright aggravated. A sharp prong of panic pierces you, but you try to suppress it. Hysterics will get you nowhere. In most cases, they only tend to make bad situations even worse. You ought to know that already. Yeah, and then we kind of, oh yeah, I remember that we kind of started thinking, I think Eva also was the one that was like thinking of this idea, just like, the narrator is someone completely different from our MC.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, the narrator is kind of just watching this happen, and
Spectator like us.
yeah, kind of like us, and kind of just also kind of poking fun at you. At first, I thought it was just Ebby being a silly little person, but it could be someone completely different.
Yeah.
You swallow your mounting dread as best you can, though it is coming on thick and fast, and try to squirm. You move your arms outwards, but they do not get very far. There is a wall above you, and walls on either side of you. Walls which do not, but yeah, we're in a coffin. No matter how hard you push. Not. Are we not gonna get to hear Sanda's lovely accent anymore?
My character left forever.
Oh no.
They left forever. Not.
No.
Last stream was my last line.
It was your last line. Now you're gone. You're like, peace out. Bye.
No wonder she tried to kill you. She didn't need you anymore.
No! No! That was not the reason! Now, and that you can push practically hard, your anxious state notwithstanding. Can't believe she didn't take y'all on a date before stuffing you in a coffin. I mean,
This is the date.
Apparently this is the date. You never had much strength in the way of your upper body, nor lower body strength. You do not have much in the way of strength at all. You feel quite helpless as you lie there, out of breath and your meager exertions, unsure of what you should do. You can hardly see in front of your face. You do not know where you are, nor why, but a terrible premonition is beginning. Premonition, that's how I say that word. Is beginning to bear down upon you. One initially you tried to discard. You did not want to accept it as a possibility, but where else could the truth lie? You are lying in a box, hemmed in by walls, which offer only a scant few inches for you to stretch in any direction. Where else could you be but a coffin? Sana, were you putting people in coffins before they were dead?
No.
No.
That's not very nice.
No, they
I was
were
wondering where the
dead.
music went.
And the music's back. Good morning, Akira. The moment you allow yourself to ponder this awful reality is the moment you hear it, the irregular sound of drumming. It is though somebody, though they must be a very large somebody, is tapping their fingertips upon your coffin. That, or it is raining. It is not the fingers of a giantess, though, which is disturbing you, nor is it falling rain. No, it's the dirt. It's the dirt being piled on the coffin. It is dirt. Yep.
Wow,
being
Leaf is
buried
so
now.
smart.
It was dirt. This sound continues on and on, as though it is drilling its way into your skull. This is Sana's revenge.
This is actually terrifying.
It is.
Oh, this is awful.
Like, I'm so claustrophobic.
Yeah, no, I would be freaking out.
Yeah, I'd lose my mind.
It is relentless. It is merciless. Like the ticking of a great celestial clock, it cannot be stopped. Your time is almost running out. But you knew that already, didn't you, when you were running for the forest? You ought to have known, silly thing, that you could not outpace your destiny forever. See, this is what, yeah, this is like someone different that's talking. That's just reading this story and watching it happen.
Maybe this is who we're running from.
The person who's just like, ha ha. Look at you. You're struggling. You're dying. Ha 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 ha. Sooner or later, it would catch up with you. You are stubborn, though. You do not want to accept this. Not content to simply lie there, you cry out. You cry not for your parents, whom you hardly knew, nor for your school friends, for you never had any. Instead, you cry out for your new companion, the girl with whom you have been living, and with whom you shared one precious cherished moment. You cry out for the gravedigger. Surely this is some manner of mistake, like, I'm alive! I'm not dead! Once she realizes that you are in fact entombed in one of the coffins she is currently filling, for who else would be moving the dirt above you, she will cease her operations at once. She will pull you out of the darkness back into the world of the living, and she will hold you. That's not gonna happen. That's not happening. She will embrace you. She cannot mean to cause you any harm, not when she was so good to you and so kind. Why would she bury you? You cry to her so loudly, you fear your vocal cords might tear, all while banging against the roof of your compact prison. You cry desperately, helplessly, and to your relief, your cries do not fall upon deaf ears. The sound of falling soil stops, a bit briefly. Then you hear a voice.
Sana,
She speaks.
You get at least
have
one more
a
line.
I get one word.
You get one word.
Come join me afterwards.
The voice is very faint, given it is being filtered through the coffin's sturdy lid, but you recognize it. Your tongue.
So, you're awake then, are you, dear one?
The gravedigger says. She sighs. Then she says in a perplexed sort of voice.
Now that is a pickle. I was hoping you'd be asleep a couple hours more, so the last time we spoke could have been on better terms.
Where's your country accent, son?
I told you I've changed.
No, we need it. It's realistic.
I was there it is.
Right there.
Right there.
Go on.
Now she doesn't want to do
Promise on my
it.
cheeks.
I'll show you. If you keep screaming like that, I'm going to feel bad.
There you go. That's what we were waiting
Beautiful.
for.
That's what it's all about.
Beautiful.
Your companion's words, though distant, are unmistakable. You are so tense, you are attuned to every single syllable, and each of them make you gasp. Was this not a mistake then? Does she truly mean to bury you alive? You posit this question to the gravedigger as best as you can, trying to keep the tremors from your voice as you do so. As you do. Perhaps you think in your optimism that if you do not let her know how afraid you are, she will reward you for your bravery and let you go. Or a little delulu. If this is what you are hoping, though, it is in vain.
That's right, you really do catch on quick.
So it would appear she really has committed to the task of burying you. What an unfortunate turn of events. Why, though, would she do such a thing? You thought she was your friend.
We are friends.
The gravedigger says, her voice still worryingly offhand, worryingly empty.
I'm very fond of you. There's nobody dearer to me than you. I've had a really good time with you these last... how long's it been again? I don't remember.
Neither do you.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months? It's been 6 months! Half a year! It's been so long!
Realistic.
Yeah, you were sleeping for so long. Of course she thought you were dead.
She's like, you're just lying there for 6 months. I thought you were dead. What do you mean you weren't? Well, if this little detail has slipped both of your minds, it can't be all that important. You have other things to worry about. If you really are friends, you say to the gravedigger, then what does she hope to gain by burying you? You do
Wasn't
not
MC rude to the gravedigger?
Yeah, she was like, she looks
so.
poor.
She was like insulting her.
What the heck, Leafu? Why are you calling her poor? Weren't you mean to the siren, the mermaid at first too?
Yeah, I was.
This was deserved
I remember
then.
now.
She was just like this.
I remember.
She was like this little shabby house. It's so small and cheap looking. The only one that she's been nice to is the one in the castle, the princess.
Mhm.
But the other one, she's like poor, fish person. so rude. So she, you know, she kind of deserves this. But you understand her reply even less.
Well, here's the thing.
The gravedigger says in a reasonable sort of voice, as though burying somebody alive could ever be thought of as a reasonable action.
I've been digging graves for a long time, see?
Diggin'.
You cannot see.
She didn't say digging.
Dig in.
You shut up.
I think burying someone alive in a response to being called poor is not a valid crash out. I don't know. The gravedigger seems to have took offense to the being called poor. She also called her smelly too. I forgot.
Oh my goodness.
She called her poor, and she said she stinks. Like she like
So
hasn't had like a bath.
And you wonder how you end up in these situations.
You know, I wonder. You cannot see, it is too dark, but you affirm that you do all the same. Again, call me crazy.
Right, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Why can't they just make full words?
Just do it.
Do it.
You know you want to.
Come on, Sandy.
Come on, Sandy Cheeks, you got this.
Well, I was digging all these graves, but... but I've not had anybody to put them in. Not for ages. It was rather sad.
Beautiful. That was the accent we were waiting for.
It's
That
so
was
beautiful.
glorious.
So she just kept digging, and she's like, I had no one. I had to keep digging. I needed to dig more people. There was no one else to put them in. She has an addiction. You think
The meaning in her life.
the meaning in her life is to dig and to bury coffins. But
Are you
she's-
secretly a dwarf?
A
Me?
dwarf?
or the coffin?
Osana.
Osana.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Your whole life's mission is to dig.
To dig.
Oh.
Hi ho, off to work we go. You think you know where this train of logic, twisted though it is, might be going, so you do not interrupt her. I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's fair. You know no good would come of it. All you can do for the present is lie there and listen.
I was thinking I'd never find... I'd never find another person to bury in this godforsaken village. Not... Not the plague.
Oh yeah, I forgot the plague. They died from the plague. I forgot. It wasn't just a sickness, it was the plague.
Plague shouldn't be this funny.
It's hilarious.
Oh my goodness, Sana. You gotta keep going. You didn't finish that.
What? No, I read it.
I thought you said not after
No,
the
the
plague.
last one.
The last season said it messed everything up.
Oh, thank you. Not after the oh.
Oops.
I was gonna read it.
Oh, sorry.
I was getting desperate. Until you came along, that is. Now that I have somebody I can bury, I'm not gonna let this opportunity pass me by. I'm sorry, but this is just part of my job. It's what my father taught me to do. It's all I know how to do.
I think we need to have an intervention. We need to go to Diggers Anonymous or
I
something.
think you need another hobby.
Yeah.
I buried my mother. I buried my father.
No.
I buried all my friends. Now, I'm going to bury you too.
It is sound logic in a sense. As the daughter of a gravedigger, digging graves is her job, but something about it rankles you.
The fact that it's gonna kill you, maybe?
Yeah, that we're gonna die. I wonder what could possibly be wrong with this. If only you could put your finger on it. Ah, yes. There's a bit of a flaw with her reasoning, is there not? You are not dead after all.
You might not be dead now.
The gravedigger says in response to her ingenuity.
But you will be if given enough time.
Just give it time. You will be dead.
I mean, everybody else I've ever known died. Who's to say you wouldn't be next?
Good job, Sandy
I
Cheeks.
love how the accent just progressively got stronger. Each word.
Oh my goodness. It seems rather more likely that you will die, and quickly, if she persists with her poorly thought out plan to bury you. Your coffin is not very large. It offers you precious little space. Eventually, if trapped within it for long enough, you will run out of oxygen. Then you will suffocate. That or you will starve to death. Whatever happens first. I think the running out of oxygen will get you before the...
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you die of dehydration
Oh.
before
I
starvation got in there?
accidentally pressed the right click, but it's okay. Either way, your demise will be a slow, painful one. You're unsure which death is... She has strong... We learned this from her monologue while she was drowning. We learned she has strong lungs. You're unsure which death would be worse, though. Given how... Precarious. I'm sorry, I just remembered how to say that word, and I was like, forgot again. Precarious. Your situation is. I heard someone's stomach is someone hungry.
That
That was me.
Somebody's hungry.
I need meat.
Digging graves makes you hungry.
It does.
It's hard work.
You do not wish to expend the necessary energy needed to ponder it. You need to plead with the gravedigger, and quickly while she is still here. You tell her tearfully that you would not leave her. Why would you? You try to sound as convinced. That's not the problem. The problem is she wants to dig. As convincing as your disordered nerves will allow, but the gravedigger remains unmoved.
You say that.
Oh, she says.
But how can I know you're telling the truth?
Oh.
I thought you said you were a traveler. They never stay put in in one place for long. You'd get sick of me before long. Then you'd leave me. This way, at least, I can be assured that we'll always stay together.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Mhm. Together forever.
I've changed.
It's my fault.
If I bury you like the others, we'll never be far apart. I even took care to put you in a nice spot close to my home.
Dang, you're buried right next to our window.
Right outside your window, we're buried.
That's
So you're only a
wonderful.
stone's throw away, really. Isn't that nice?
No, not really. Privately, you think the gravedigger has a different conception of the word nice to you. You do not say this, however. You cannot say much of anything because the panic has begun to set in. It is choking you, stopping up your throat, so you can only cry. You scream, you beg and plead, but it does little good. The gravedigger has already buried her mother. She's already buried her little brothers. She has even buried her father, whom she loved above all else. She thinks by burying you, she is doing unto you an act of great kindness. You think that she's going to kill you. Yeah, she is. She is. In a sense, you are both right. Your opinions are so diametrically opposed on this matter. However, that you will never be able to find any common ground. You might as well save your screaming. She will not listen to you. She is beyond listening.
Shush, shush, dear one,
says the gravedigger very gently, just as gently as she spoke last night when she confided in you all of her fears.
It won't be so bad, really. Nothing will be able to hurt you down there. I'll be just fine going to sleep for a really, really long time. You can rest, and while you rest, I'll tend to you. I'll plant flowers on your grave. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Wonderful.
This way, we can always be together.
Hush, child.
Do you think she'll put her grave
She's
next to
crazy.
yours when she dies? Like putting your Minecraft beds next to each other?
I feel like she absolutely would, but again, the problem
Yeah.
will be, like, she can't bury her own grave.
Well, I mean, she could dig it and lie in it and then die.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
just
This
dig
is
a
just a
hole.
symbol of
else to cover
friendship.
it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, friendship.
Hush, child. Only dreams now. Hi, Cass. Hi. Can someone shout out Cass, please?
Who?
Cass
Oh, let me
Wilder.
check the chat. Oh, hi, Cass.
Yeah. Came in to see us dying.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Hello, welcome.
And I'll never be lonely again.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hello. While the gravedigger speaks, she begins to pile even more soil onto the roof of your coffin. The sound of dirt on top of you, on your arms, your legs, and your head, conceals your companion's final words. You cannot hear her. You cannot hear anything beyond the sounds of dirt and the scrapings of the shovel and your own desperate, frantic screams. Yeah, she's still alive after 40 minutes in the coffin. She has very strong lungs. Very. You scream and you scream and you scream without cease until your throat feels hoarse. But your efforts are in vain. You hammer on the lid of the coffin with as much strength as you can muster, but the lid of the coffin is nailed shut. Oh, she made sure. She made sure she's not getting out.
Dang, she nailed it in and you slept through that?
Man, she is a heavy sleeper. You're in no position to remove it. All that screaming just makes the air thinner. Just like, save your breath. All you can do is lie there, screaming and crying and begging your fist on the roof of the coffin over and over as more dirt and debris falls on top of you. Eventually, though, dirt falls on you to stifle your screams for good. The gravedigger can no longer hear you, and you can no longer hear her. I'll never hear her howdy y'all again.
So unfortunate.
So very unfortunate. You are all alone, trapped in a narrow wooden box, which, regardless of what you want, is now your new home. You can smell the soil in the backs of your nostrils when you inhale. It is so potent that you can taste it on your tongue. You can taste the eventual, inevitable decay of your own body. You will remain trapped here underground forever and ever. Or, to use less melodramatic terms, until the last of your energy escapes you and you succumb to your own slow suffocation. It is very slow. It isn't a very pleasant way to go. But you'll forgive me if my sympathy, if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, you know. You reap what you sow. Did you hit a bad end? I mean, there really isn't a good end.
Yeah, there's no good endings.
No.
Who's the narrator?
Yeah.
They're the ones who's causing this.
Pretty sure the narrator is the person that was chasing us at the beginning.
Yeah.
Damn. And in your case, you made a series of bad decisions which led to your untimely demise. Now, what do you want to do? Will you accept this fate of yours and rest in peace, or you try to fight against it? Oh, yeah,
Ooh. Our only choice.
we'll just use this one.
Oh,
We're
no
not
more
go-
save files?
Yeah, we'll just use the mermaid one because we don't need that anymore.
Yeah, who needs the mermaid?
I'm deleted. No.
Deleted.
Okay, you're still there below it.
Yeah, we can go see both endings though. Accept your fate or fight against
Yeah.
it. What should we do?
I say fight.
Fight against your fate. Are you not happy with the hand that fate has dealt you? Very well. I cannot blame you. It is quite a grim ending. I would not wish it upon my worst enemy. You are rather dearer to me than that. Now why don't we give this another go? Just try not to be buried alive this time. I can only endure so much of your screaming. Your fate is once again in your hands. Now I wonder... Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll just go to the other. It's just gonna say, like, oh, do you want to go to the castle or the ocean?
Well, I think castle's the
Yeah.
only choice.
Oh, yeah, I'll go to the castle.
Yeah.
And we already have a saved spot for that. So let's load.
Well, you might want to
I think,
go from that one.
wait.
So that way
Yeah,
it counts
yeah.
that all of them is done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leafu.
I don't speak anymore?
No.
Yeah, you're on the bench with me now.
On the
Come
bench.
here.
Wait, what about the
on.
bad ending?
We'll go back.
There is no good ending.
We'll go back.
No,
Don't worry.
the one where she doesn't fight back. Did we...
She would have
I
still
don't know.
died.
But I want to see her die.
Don't
But
worry.
you-
We'll go back. We're just gonna go back until there's no more auto.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you want to go to the castle? Good idea. All decent fairy tales tend to conclude in the castle once they're beleaguered or put upon heroines are finally able to wed the handsome princes they once dreamed of. Why bother trying your luck with the shore, which may very well be deserted, or the village, which will be full of dirty barefoot peasants?
Oh, Texans.
Oh, Texans!
Rude.
It is far better to skip the suffering. Yeah, we'll just read this part and then it's gonna go back to like the starting of the meeting the castle. We'll just read this new part. And then go see what the ending was. It's far better to skip the suffering and go straight to the grand finale. Those dirty peasants, she smells! That is very, astute of you. I did not realize you had it in you to be so mercenary. I can only wonder what you will uncover during your moonlight, meanderings. The night is far from over, and your adventures are only just beginning. I only hope that you have brushed up on your courtesies. They might come in handy when one is interacting with a Severian. Royals can be temperamental after all. If you fail to treat them with the right prerequisite amount of respect, you might come to regret it. Yeah, and then it just goes back to that. So now we can go load. We'll go see the other ending.
Oh, wait.
That was all stuff we read before.
Yeah, it's fine. We can read the other one and then come back here and
Yeah.
go to the castle from here.
Yeah. We'll just see their ending of Accept Your Fate. Very well, then. Enjoy your eternal slumber. I suppose this is good night for now, but it is not goodbye. You cannot escape from me, even if you are buried deep beneath the earth. Who are you?
So confirm, this is someone else.
This is someone else. Where there is a will, there is a way. And even if the whole world has forsaken you, I never will. I will never leave you. And then we got the 10 feet deep. That was an achievement.
Lovely.
You will never be lonely again. And now...
What?
Just like
The end.
the end.
That was my last line.
That was your last line. Now you're like Eva.
Yeah, you're on the bench now. Come on.
So unfair.
You're also an observer.
And we got... Now we're gonna get the... All these, I guess, are gonna be the princess.
Oh, there was a page 2.
Why does the princess get so many?
There might be stuff that comes
Oh.
after you do all 3 routes. Is probably
Probably.
A secret ending.
And then see
But
whatever
anyways,
this
I'm
locked
going to make sure it
is.
marks.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, what is this locked part? Okay, return, load. Back to the princess.
Don't load that one.
Yeah,
'cause we
don't
wanna
load
come
that
out all
one.
3 of them as finished.
Yeah,
Oh,
load the one,
oh, okay.
the save from the previous death.
Okay. So, we'll just go skip Fight Against Your Fate, and then just skip to where the current things
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And skip.
It'll put us in the same spot. But now
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
mark us all as...
Yeah,
There we
it'll
go.
mark- It'll mark us all as, like, having finished the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then we can get whatever that lock thing is.
Yeah.
But now, at least you got to speak a little bit in the stream, Sana.
I can
Yeah.
finally rest.
We can finally rest. So she really is a princess. That makes sense, you suppose, given she lives in a castle, but it comes as a surprise regardless. I'm gonna drink some water. You hadn't known before you entered this chamber that you were trespassing on a lady of such great renown. Why, if she willed it, she could have had you executed for your carelessness. An ugly red flush creeps up your face, a flush which is far more lurid than the princess's dress as you look at your feet. Bashfully, you stammer out a new address that you are very sorry for intruding upon her, and that you hope that she can forgive you. I'm only nice to the princess.
Oh, it's alright. Think nothing of it. I don't mind, really. We all make mistakes. And anyway, you weren't to know. You said you weren't from around here?
Oh, how nice of you. You nod
I'm
your
a
head.
forgiving princess.
You nod your head in silent affirmation. It isn't a complete lie. You really are not from this country. You are not from this world at all.
Lore drop?
Ooh, lore?
How wonderful! I'll look forward to picking your brain later.
I hope you don't mean that literally. Lore! Yes, there is lore in this game, Akira.
All of my
Lore.
servants come from the nearby village. Their tales are all the same, and so are their superstitions.
I was a servant.
You could have been a servant. Were they all related somehow? Because,
All the people you buried probably were.
yeah. Cause also, yeah, Eva, she had a friend who left, which could have been. We still don't know if that was the gravedigger or not.
I guess they all know each other.
They all know each other, maybe, but don't go and see each other anymore. Yes. Did you read this line, Jester? Oh yeah, you did. You did. Okay.
I could do with a breath of fresh air. My last lady's maid told me I was too impetuous, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a bit of adventure. Not that I've ever been afforded much of that. I've been shut up here for so long. Hardly ever get the chance to talk to other girls my age.
It gets so lonely here.
My last lady's maid was older than me. So was the one before her, and the one before her.
How old are you? Some of the princess's fair mood seems to dissipate as she speaks, her expression turning by degrees into something rather more pensive. But I haven't. Oops, not me.
But I haven't seen any of my old lady's maids in a while. Or any other servants, for that matter. They've all disappeared.
The gravedigger buried them all. Now that is quite curious. How would a whole household full of servants simply disappear?
That? I don't know. Did she not know about the plague? She just sat at
Sana's
home while
fault.
everyone died.
It's Sana.
It's all Sana. Sana buried
What
them
did I do?
all.
Everyone.
You buried
buried
them
Sana,
all.
my maids! My maids, Sana! This castle was full of servants once. My lady's maids, and my undermaids, and my scullery maids, and my housekeeper, and my cooks, and a large retinue of retainers.
They've all been buried.
They're all gone now, though. I think my ministers must have sent them away. I don't know why they would have done that, though. They didn't explain it to me. But then again, they never explain anything to me. They still treat me like a little girl. It is so tiring.
She said that her ministers sent her servants away. What of her parents, the king and the queen? Would they not be the ultimate authorities in the castle's hierarchy?
They would, yes, if they were still alive, but they're not. They died a long time ago. I was raised for the most part, most of my life by my servants.
It was that dang plague. Oh, so, you answer, and then you flush. You hadn't known.
It's alright, you don't need to apologize. I'm just happy that I have you now.
Oops.
I was getting sick and tired of only having my dolls to speak to. They aren't the best conversation partners.
Don't make me into a doll. I don't want this to become Mad Father. You can imagine so, yes. You doubt any doll, even one made by the talented artisan with an intelligent face indistinguishable from a human's, would be very good at answering back. Like, please don't be like Mad Father.
Oh no, they aren't. They're hopeless at it, really. They're so stony-lipped. You have no idea how much of a relief it is to see you. This castle is so big, and without my servants, it feels so empty.
You will be a marketable plush. No, don't turn me into a marketable plushie. No.
I get so lonely here. Roll credits.
Roll credits. The title drop. Now that is an interesting turn of phrase. It catches inside your brain, your head like a brrr. Have you heard it before? Where have I heard that line before? I don't know. You do not have much time to ponder this, however, because the princess is speaking anew in that curiously conversational manner of hers, which does not seem particularly princessy. Maybe she learnt how to speak from her servants. That would explain her consonants are so refined, while your consonants are so confined.
Oh, but listen to me. Yammering on again. It's a bad habit. I really must put a stop to it. You're probably tired, dear one, from your travels. Would you like me to show you to your room? Yes.
The princess announces before you can say anything in reply.
Think I'll do just that. I might show you around the castle first, though. It's like a maze in here, and I wouldn't want you getting lost. You'll be staying here for quite some time, after all.
Help!
Some might even say forever.
Help! Help! I'm in danger. The princess.
She's like Kanato.
Oh no! No! Not like Kanato! Not like Kanato at all!
I want Kanato.
I want Subaru! And for context, not Subaru from ReZero, by the way. We don't need him.
No, obviously I thought you meant the car.
Yes. Yeah, the car, Subaru. Beep beep! That's what I want. The princess then hastens to take you on a tour of her home. Fortunately, she does not have all of the rooms in her abode, and neither does she offer overly long descriptions as to what the few rooms she does show you are used for. Yeah, Super doesn't have a plushie with his mom's ashes inside of it. Like a weirdo!
No. I was thinking maybe the princess is gonna turn the main character into like that wax doll statue thing. He does that too.
Oh, that could happen.
Yeah. I bet she does.
She does, however, pause by the kitchens, where she offers you some, victuals? Once the growling in your belly has been satisfied, the princess then resumes her journey. Is the rumbling in your tummy satisfied, Sana?
I'm still hungry.
I mean, you could go get a snack, maybe.
It's fine.
That was pretty funny.
She's so hungry. She leads you down a dark, twisting hallway and up a series of equally dark, twisting steps until she arrives, at long last, before a door. The princess pushes this door aside, similarly, thus permitting you entrance to a small, humble bedchamber. This chamber is not half so opulent as the grand bedroom in which the princess resides, with her resplendent four-poster and its richly patterned wallpaper. From what you've seen, Akira, do you have any idea of what you think, like, the princess is, or what her intentions are with you and your love for lore, or anybody in the chat?
I saw a spoiler.
You saw a spoiler?
No, I did not. I didn't. Jester said she did.
Oh, yeah. Jester said she played the game that was supposed to take place after this, and now she's playing this first, so she knows.
I mean, I didn't read a spoiler, but Steam does like kind of spoil you if you like read the description and the pictures.
Oh no!
Achievements.
Yeah, I also saw the creator Ebihime posted a meme about this on Twitter that also slightly spoiled me, I think.
I saw that over like eating a heart or something.
What? Don't spoil it for me. I'm the only one who hasn't seen any spoilers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Spoiling everything.
It wasn't like.
I was so happy to be the only one here who didn't know what's going on. But okay.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that could mean anything.
That
God
could-
forbid a girl eats a heart. Like, come on.
Yeah, it could mean anything.
I guess.
I'll be honest, I've been spacing out, because I just woke up a while ago, but the princess sounds very interesting. Yeah! This room's ceiling is not as high, and the singular bed shoved against the wall is thin and narrow. The walls are unassuming beige, and the floor beneath your soles is of a warped wood. There is a malodorous scent, too, which hangs in the air, one of which is disuse and general decay. You get the feeling that nobody has slept in this room for quite some time. It stinks in here.
Smells like an old closet.
Mm-hmm. That might explain why it is so very cold in here. Though if the princess's tour of the castle has taught you anything, it is that it is cold in every room in her abode. Eating hearts
Now,
with
here we
Valentine is
are.
already past. Yeah. It's not Valentine's Day anymore. Oh, yeah, you said here we are?
Now here we are, the final stop of our tour. This will be your room, dear one. I hope it's to your liking.
The princess, despite her exalted status, looks somewhat uneasy as she observes you, her eyes unturned like those of a loyal dog's. Is she concerned about your reaction to this room? Perhaps she is afraid that you will turn your nose up at her kindness. For a princess, she is awfully eager to please. This unexpected contrast between the princess's lofty title, and her ingrating attitude makes you smile. The room is rather scanty, yes, when it comes to its contents, but it is more than passable. It has a room and 4 walls, and though it is cold, you fancy you will feel warmer once you've slipped beneath the bed sheets. The room is not quite so fancy as your dormitory at the conservatory, and neither is it so large, but it does have one glaring improvement over your previous lodgings. You will not be expected to share with anybody else. I get my own bed. There's only one bed in this room, and this bed is to belong to you. You think that the peace and quiet will do you a world of good. You tell the princess as much, and she smiles.
That's good. I was worried you wouldn't like it. I know it isn't much to look at, but it's one of the nicest servants' rooms we have in the castle.
Oh, you spoil me.
Most of the maids sleep beneath the roof in this teeny tiny room, which is all cramped. There's 10 beds up there, and they're so close together, there's barely any room to pass between them.
But don't you want to share a bed with a princess? Imagine the bragging rights you would get. Who would I brag to? There's no one here. It's just us two. I'm only a gravedigger and a mermaid, but those guys are kind of a bit of a walk away. The dolls. I guess I can brag to the dolls. Like, look at me, I'm sleeping next to a princess.
I thought it was perfectly ghastly when I saw it the last time I went up there. Not that I was supposed to be up there. It was a rainy day and I couldn't go outdoors, so I was doing a bit of exploring. If the housekeeper had known I'd been skulking around, I don't think she would have been best pleased. Well, in any case, nobody sleeps up there anymore. The scullery maids are all gone now.
They're all gone.
Couldn't put you up there, though, in the attic with all those empty beds. I don't think it'd be very cheery. You're not just a scullery maid, you're my lady's maid. That means you deserve good lodgings. Be an insult to offer you anything less than this. Now, it's getting late. You'll have to forgive me for rabbiting on. I've heard it's something I tend to do. It's a bad habit, one that's unbecoming for a lady.
She's a bit of a yapper, this one.
The housekeeper's warned me enough times.
You reassure the princess to the contrary, smiling as you do. You do not mind if she talks too much. That is better than not talking at all. Her affable nature makes it easier to spend time with her. Manners be damned. You were always scolded too, back in the conservatory, for your behavior. You know full well how aggravating it can be, to be upbraided not for any particular misdemeanor for being yourself.
Well, I'm glad you understand.
Oh, the princess answers with a giggle.
I really should be off, though. It's bad manners to keep you, especially when you look so sleepy.
I'm so sleepy. Sleepy.
Get some rest. We can talk more tomorrow, if you don't mind my ceaseless prattle. Glad you seem to appreciate it, at least. Though I'm sure you'll get tired of it eventually. All of my old maids did.
Did you or did she kill the maids?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun! The maid departs, and in her absence, you take a seat upon the bed, your new bed. You cannot help but think that this is all happening very quickly. It does not seem like very long ago that you were still in the forest, running for your life amongst the tall, imposing trees with garnered, grasping branches. I return. Welcome back, Jojo from the Ad Void. Welcome back. The forest might as well be a distant memory now, though. You're indoors, inside a castle no less, and you have been given a room in which to sleep and clothes that you might wear. It seems premature to declare that you are out of the woods in a metaphorical sense. I mean, but things could certainly be worse. You force yourself to stand on legs which feel too weary to support you, and change into the night clothes hanging in the wardrobe. The night clothes do not fit you perfectly, but you are too tired to care about that. You're too tired to care about much of anything. You retreat to the bed and slide beneath the sheets. And then let your eyeballs fall shut. You exhale.
And we wake up underground again.
Wake up in a coffin. And lulled by the breeze which blows outdoors, you fall asleep. Alright, what fate will strike this time? Yes, what fate? How will I die this time?
I think we're going to the dungeon.
The dungeon, not the dungeon. You are so very tired. You sleep in a deep, dark way. Darker even than the furthest abysses of the night. Like the nighttime sky, however, which shimmers with stars, your sleep is not devoid of these prismatic fragments you humans call dreams. Though in this case, I think your nocturnal imaginings are worth rather more than that. Is this game like 1,000 Ways to Die? It's 3 ways to die. From the looks of it, we've drowned, we suffocated in a coffin. What will happen to us this time?
How else can you run out of air? We got water, we got buried alive, and
Let's
are we gonna get the pillow this time?
gonna get suffocated by a pillow? They are not dreams. Are they to which your slumbering mind is subjected? I mean, she kind of let it happen with the mermaid. The mermaid can't force her into the water. She did that. She chose that. She was a little stupid with the mermaid. Little bit of a dum-dum. You know that they are not. I'm still waking up myself a little bit. Otherwise, your body would not be so very cold, not so clammy. The images that flicker beneath your closed eyelids, like the ghostly images in the... Oh, that's a big word. Penastixistoscope were not conjured from within your mind. Leaf, wake up! I'm trying! They were instead taken from your memories. You are not merely dreaming, you are remembering. You remember the girls who slept in your dormitory, and how they always hastened to use the shower first, so you were last for breakfast. You remember how, when you finally did arrive at the dining hall, the most desirable morsels have already been snaffled up by the girls who got there earlier. You struggled to find a seat. Once you finally did get your hands on some food, because nobody else wanted to sit with you. Everyone wanted to sit with you. No one liked me.
Because you were mean.
Yeah, I was a little mean. I was a bit of a snob. The other girls all acted like you were a leper. Say, I wanted favors. Why am I so eepy?
Your yawns are making me yawn. Stop it.
I'm not trying to. They never asked for these favors, mind. For why would they? To them, your father's prestige did not matter. They were all wealthy ladies too, many of them wealthier than you. When everybody has the airs and graces of a princess, how is anybody supposed to stand out? You stood out the least in your class. Perhaps because you were one of the smallest, the frailest, the sickliest, who always came down with colds in the winter. Your poor health did not stop the other girls from treating you as a servant, though, when they remembered that you existed, of course. It was a lot in your life. Oh, wait. It was your lot in life as you dwelt within the stone walls of the conservatory to carry school bags across the field like a pack mule. Then come the evenings, the girls in your dormitory had you sewing on missing buttons and ironing out the creases and wrinkles in their uniforms. If there was an odd job that needed performing, you would always be asked. But these girls did not ask you. That would have been too civilized. They ordered you instead. And as they ordered you, they laughed at you. Ha ha! They laughed and laughed and they laughed. The laughter hurt, but it hurt considerably less than the kicks did, and the slaps and the pinches. Oh. Once during an embroidery lesson, one of your classmates had an accident with her sewing scissors. Can they box, though? I don't know if they can box, but they can kick. She stumbled, or which at least she pretended to, and before you knew it, the silvery blades of those scissors were embedded in your left palm. Oh, ouch. 5 more minutes? 5 more minutes to what? 5 more minutes to what? This happened quite some time ago, even when you were littler than you are now, but you can still remember it. It hurt a lot. The scissors were sharp, and he perforated your skin, not all the way down to the bone, but enough to bleed. Your wound bled bright red, like strawberry jam, all over your embroidery. Then when your professor saw it, she shrieked. Her face turned pale and she looked for a few moments, as though she might faint, though you were the one who was in pain. I got a big ouchie. Your professor looked at your face. She could not bear to look at your hand, then demanded to know why you could not be more careful. Her tone had an accusatory one, almost as if you had stabbed yourself in the hand with your scissors to goad her. I didn't stab myself. They stabbed me. The pain in your hand hurt, but the giggles of your persecutors hurt all the more. They were never punished for that. Perhaps your professor did not care enough to punish them. Perhaps she, like everybody else, thought it was all your fault. The wound, when all was said and done, was not too deep. You did not even need any stitches. You did it for attention. That's probably what the professors were thinking. It healed well enough in time on its own, though it still left a scar, a white raised thing like a crescent moon. You still have that scar. You do not know how much blood you lost. It seemed like a lot back in the classroom. You could smell it in the air, sharp as iron, but it could not have been that much, evidently. If your wound had been more serious, perhaps your professor might have cared. Perhaps your classmates, too, would have felt some modicum of guilt over what they did. But this seems very unlikely. You know that your blood meant nothing to your classmates. Why should it? If you meant nothing, and if you meant next to nothing, then the blood in your veins was, if such a thing is possible, even more inconsequential. You feel disoriented when you awake. At long last, the rising of the sun. You do not remember what you dreamt, but you do not think that your dreams were of a particularly pleasant nature.
I think that the mentioning of the whole blood stuff, I think that's like a hint that this is a vampire we're dealing with.
It could very well be a vampire.
Yeah, I think it is a vampire because she kept on saying like how her blood is worth nothing. So obviously in the story, it's gonna mean something.
And then also explain why it's so cold.
So cold.
Yeah.
Vampire.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess also
So
if we see
that's
if she's not out, and also it would also explain why she never goes outside.
She's kind of dull.
Oh my god, she is kind of toke. So tell me a random fact about yourself.
Oh gosh, I gotta think of one.
She murdered Sana this morning.
No!
Every time I get the question, I'm like, oh gosh. What is something about myself? Why did I make this?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Yeah.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
My favorite breed of dog is a dachshund, little wiener dog.
Aw,
Cute.
Yeah.
I like Pomeranians.
Pomeranians are really cute too. I need to like make myself like a little like note of like reminders of what are things I can say, because I'm just like I always forget. But yeah, no, my favorite breed of dog is a dachshund. My parents had a little dachshund at the house. They're not with us anymore, sadly, but they used to. I wish I could get a pet, but my apartment doesn't allow pets, even if people break that rule. But I'm not gonna be a rule breaker.
Because I don't get hit for that.
Yeah, no, because I feel like the moment I do it, I'm gonna be the one that gets in trouble. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I get that.
Huskies? You like huskies, Jojo? I like watching videos of huskies, but I don't think I'd ever want to live with one. They're very high maintenance. Also, I think just having a little dog is easier to deal with because, like, if they're being stubborn on a walk and not moving, you can just pick them up. A big dog, you can't do that. You can't really just pick up a big dog if they're deciding not to move.
You just gotta be strong.
I'm not strong.
Just get a cat. Cats are better anyways.
I don't agree with that statement. Dogs are better.
I'm a cat person. Okay.
I'm a dog person. I've never had a pet cat. I mean, my family's never had pet cats either. Well, my mom has a pet cat now, but
I've never not had a cat.
My first pet was parakeet birds.
Aww.
I really want a cat, but I'm allergic.
Oh no.
It's worth it anyways. I still pet cats every time I go over anywhere with the cat.
Oh gosh.
It's fine. I'll suffer for the cats. They're so cute.
You'll suffer to pet the cat. That's fair, that's fair. Dogs are more since most of my family are allergic to cats. Oof.
Oh,
my sister, my older sister, she also is allergic to cats. That's kind of why we never had a cat growing up.
I don't think anyone who's allergic to cats would get along with me because I always have cat's hair all over my clothes.
Oh no, they'll just be like, they'll like stay
Yeah.
a
Worth the
far
suffering.
stay a far distance from you.
Yeah, pretty much.
If they were, your heart would be hammering so. Ill at ease, you glance around. You're lying in a narrow bed in an unremarkable room. Wow, really had to point out that it was unremarkable. An unremarkable
It's just the
room,
servant room.
one with dull beige walls and a warped wooden floor.
It's
Where
better
exactly
than the
are
shack.
you? But yeah, is she not like, if she is a vampire, is she not like self-aware that she is like killing people by drinking their blood if she is a vampire?
Well, she's just not admitting it.
Or she's just not admitting that she did it. Yeah, that's
Might
true.
just be in self-denial.
Like, that is
Yeah,
true.
she doesn't want to scare off her guest.
That is true, that is true.
I mean, her meal.
Her meal. She also has little fangs.
Oh, she does?
Well,
I didn't notice
she
that.
had like one little fang at least in her the drawing. We'll see her again.
Interesting. I'm saying it's a vampire, so it is Kanato. I knew it.
Just have Kanato on your brain like 24/7.
And he also has a bunch of dolls. He loves dolls.
He's a weirdo. This does not look
Just
like the dormitory in the conservative. Not unless it is shrunk 3-fold overnight. Also, what were you gonna say if I cut you off there? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say this Kanato discrimination. I don't know how much I can tolerate.
Subaru is the best boy.
It's horrible.
Mm-mm.
Never.
The Tsundere
They're
is
fighting.
the best. Well, at least there's another person in my server who also likes diabolic lovers, but they like ragey. I'm like, ragey. Why ragey about
I've
people?
never met anyone who's liked Reiji before.
I'm just like, yeah, no,
Interesting.
I was like surprised that Reiji was like
Yeah.
her favorite. I'm like, I've never seen someone that liked him.
Yeah, same. Interesting.
Well, I guess someone has to love him. His mother doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but it's true. That's this whole thing. Your brow furrows as you attempt to recall the events of the night prior, until with a gasp, it all clicks into place. You remember now. What's rage? That's not how you spell their name. not like that. Not like that. It's not spelled like that.
Ragey.
Ragey.
That is so Americanized.
That's so Americanized of his name.
That's the
Ragey.
dub version.
It's like a rapper name.
It's like a rapper name.
It does.
Oh no.
Why I don't really like Reiji is, well, as far as I'm aware, Reiji is kind of, he's got an inferiority complex to his mother, and he's kind of rude, because his mom has always favored Shu. And no, please don't Americanize Shu's name as well. But he's just no, not like this. Not like this. I don't know. He just seems kind of boring to me, and I feel like Eva will also agree. He's kind of boring.
He's not Kanetsu. That's the reason. He's not Kanetsu. That's why I don't like him.
What about? That's still not how you spell his name.
Is Ray G the glasses guy?
Ray G?
Yeah, the glasses guy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh
I don't
my
like
goodness.
him.
Japanese is very hard. Hi, Daphne! Leafu, wonderful to catch a stream for once. Welcome, welcome! We're probably gonna die later. You're running for the woods, trying to escape from... You shudder. You do not want to think of what it is you were trying to escape from. Oh, fabulous! Yeah! Off-topic question: who is your favorite Madoka Magica character? Are you ever asking this to my guests and not so much me? I think this is a question from my guest because it's his new question he asked my collab people, but I've already answered his question like 3 times. I've answered your question like 3 times, Shadow. It's Madoka! And then my Madoka of the main girls, and then Nagisa, I guess the other ones. At least it wasn't Pop-Tarts. Don't tempt him. Sana, I know you know Madoka Magica. Who was your favorite girl of the main girls?
It's kind of hard to pick. Aesthetically, I do like Madoka. And I like Hamura, and I actually used to voice Sayaka a lot in the past for a friend.
I think I saw those dubs. I know I'm also friends with her because I know she really likes Kyoko a lot.
Yeah, she doesn't upload anymore, but yeah, she loved Kyoko.
She loved Kyoko a lot. You have a favorite Pop-Tart? My favorite Pop-Tart is the s'mores one, and also Boston cream.
I love Pop-Tarts.
No, I think I can say
the
like
s'mores one is so good.
I think I can say like Madoka and Nagisa, I guess, kind of equally. I guess I could say.
Oh yeah.
I never had a Pop-Tart before.
Oh no.
Skill issue.
That's a tragedy.
Skill issue. Well, sorry.
Gotta have a Pop-Tart.
On a Pop-Tart.
You
They're
presume
so bad for you.
they are very bad for you.
Oh.
It's more like
They're so
just
good, though.
It's sugar and carbs. There's nothing good for you in there.
it's just
That
a
sounds
sweet-
pretty good.
It's just a sweet treat. You presume that you
good.
must have given your hunter the slip, though, because you are still in one piece, awake and alert enough to face the dawning of a new morning. You still have all your limbs, and your facial expressions appear to be in the correct configuration. That is more than enough to be getting along with. You look at the foot of your bed, and then blink, bemused at your discovery. You can see lying upon the sheets a garment, 2 garments actually, of black and white, folded. Oh no!
Maid outfit? Maid outfit?
She's hiring me as her maid!
That is what you agreed to.
Folded into a neat white square. Did I agree to be her maid?
Yeah, you're her new lady's maid.
I don't know if I agreed
That's
to
why
that.
we're staying in the castle.
I don't know if I agree
You gotta
to
work
that.
for your rent. You gotta pay your rent.
I guess so. I gotta work for the rent. What could that be? A maid's outfit? If so, it would not be too surprising. You can now recall your visit with the princess's night prior and her assertions that you must be her lady's maid. Oh yeah, she... Oh yeah, that
No,
was
you
a
agree,
thing.
you agree.
I did agree.
Don't
I was
worry.
like, I forgot. I let her think that I was gonna be her new maid. Hi! Oh, Rhea! Hi, Leaf and friends. How's the game going so far? I suffocated in a coffin and died. And
So great.
great times.
First date, you know,
And
buried
then,
alive.
and now I think we're with a possible vampire. So I'm gonna VIP you. I give all my friends VIP. VIP for
Could
you.
also be cannibal cultist. We never know. Because I don't actually know for
VIP
sure.
for you. And VIP for you. All my friends are very important. Okay. Well, if that is the role she wants you to assume, you have no qualms with it. It is far preferable to the... Oh, Noah, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. It's far preferable to the other role you played last night. That of a startled quarry running from its pursuer. Also, Daisy says hi. Is Daisy your dog? Did you have a doggo? You press your fingers against the humble maid's attire. It feels surprisingly soft to the touch, not coarse like you expected. These clothes are rather fine. Did the princess put them there? Daisy is dog. Oh, what breed of dog is Daisy? Did the princess put them there? If so, that is all the more reason to wear them. You are not churlish enough to deny her hospitality. You rise from your new bed, then undress yourself, unbuttoning the front of your plain white nightgown and setting it aside. This task accomplished, you then clad yourself in your new attire, black, white, and immeasurably sensible. She is mini Australian Shepherd. Oh, cute! Adorable! She is a good girl. You feel very far away from the girl that you once were. Your face might be the same as always, but something within you seems to have changed. You are no longer a student, not as long as you mean to reside within the princess's castle. You would far rather be her servant. Assured of your newfound identity, you retreat from your chamber, then make your way to your mistress's bedroom.
You think we're gonna actually find it, or are we gonna get lost?
Could possibly get lost. The castle is a large one with many rooms and many hallways to connect them. And for a brief while, you find yourself horrendously lost. Yep, we got lost. You cannot remember where the princess's bedroom is. You're beginning to feel rather disoriented when, to your relief, your eyes snag upon a stairwell which looks rather familiar. Lost right away. Lost immediately. Could this be the way? You ascend these steps, your foot falls cushioned by the plush carpet which lines them, then find your way down the very same hall you traversed the night prior. If your memory does not fail you, then the princess's bedroom ought to be... Yes, here it is. You rap upon the door, but receive nothing in the way of a response. She's like, it's still light out. I'm a vampire. Go away. Is the princess still in a bed? I've sent a picture. I'll have to look at it later. I'll maybe look at it after stream. And I'm excited to see cute puppy. You wonder briefly whether you oughtn't wait until she has arisen of her own accord. But no. The sun is high in the sky, and it would be a shame to let the princess sleep for the day. You ought instead to rouse her. Oh, this is probably a bad idea. Probably a very bad idea if she really is a vampire. That seems like the sort of duty a lady's maid should attend to. You enter the princess's bedroom and glance about. Her room looks much the same as you remember it from the night prior. Though the ceiling seems even higher when viewed in the morning's light. You can see now that there are fewer shadows to embed your view. How very opulent your young mistress' abode is. Her amour is large and imposing, as is the great inn, which you will be expected to keep a fire lit during the night. The princess herself, meanwhile, is curled up on her side beneath the sheets, looking rather grandiose than her title would suggest. She is attired in a nightgown adorned with frills, and her hair is split across her pillow like spilled gold. In her slender arms, meanwhile, held to her chest is a doll, the very same one she was possessing last night. You suppose this doll must be her favorite. Idly you wonder what the doll's name is, though you do not suppose it matters all that much. It is time to wake your mistress. You call out to the princess, but she is largely unresponsive. Her eyelashes are still sewn tightly shut, and her lips pursed in slumber. You purse your lips too and sigh. Well, nobody ever said your job would be easy. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Wakey, wakey, come on. You gotta get up. Once again, you call to the princess,
More
and
sleep.
this time she replies. Her response is not a favorable one, however. She sighs, then turns away from you, her doll clutched to her chest.
Just give me a little longer.
The princess sounds so enfeebled, but you do not take pity on her. If you've learned anything from the conservatory, save it for knowledge pertaining to the respiratory tracts of fish, it is that one must be cruel to be kind. You do not think this adage was practiced with any great success in the conservatory, but perhaps it will have more of an impact upon the princess. You tell her once again to wake up, more sternly this time. You will not let her sleep, for she has slept long enough already. It is very Sylvan, really, to be in bed at such an hour.
Oh. Alright. I can
Oh.
see that I can't twist you around my little finger.
Whoops, I forgot to do that. Defeated by the princess, she's defeated the princess sighs. Oh, cute!
I'm up. You don't need to nag me.
How adorable. Her little nightgown is cute. Oh, once you have risen the princess from her side, and you have put her doll to one side, we set upon her toilette. You aid the princess in the brushing of her hair, a chore to which she submits willingly, like a cat might allow its fur to be brushed. You allow yourself to ponder as you run the bristles of the princess's brush through her hair, how wonderfully soft it feels against your skin. But a curious query from the princess
Are you alright, dear one?
brings you back to your senses. You were rather lost in thought there. Look lively now. You wouldn't want the princess to catch wind of your scalcious thoughts, would you? I just noticed this game went from horror to slice of life-ish. Oh, that's just how it starts. That's just how it starts, Akira. It starts off sweet, but then you start getting to notice that things are a little suspicious.
And then they kill you to keep you forever. It's
yeah. Great. It's great. I thought that you had learned your lesson about that already. Suitably chastened, you finished with the princess's hair, then set the brush aside. Now that the princess's tresses have been taken care of, you must start on her attire. The princess remains seated upon the edge of her bed, looking up at you, asking. She does not ask you to avert your eyes, and nor does she make any motion of divesting herself of her gown. It really does seem as though she expects you to undertake this task on your own. Is that all right? You ask the princess as much. You do not wish to impinge upon her modesty, but she only laughs.
Yes, that's alright. It's what you're supposed to do if you're to be my lady's maid. I'm used to being dressed and undressed. I'm not a bit squeamish about it.
She might not be squeamish about it, but you are. I'm a biolist. You've never seen a naked woman before accepting yourself. Even then, however, you've always dressed and undressed furtively, not wanting to examine your body for any longer than strictly necessary. You have never much liked the way that you look. You make a few more mumbled objections, but the princess sweeps them to one side easily.
It's alright. I might be a princess, but we're both people underneath all of our clothes. I doubt we look much different.
You're not sure about that. You have not yet seen the princess unadorned, but you already know to look at her face that you are different. She is much, much prettier than you are. She's the nicest I've been. I didn't say that about the other ones. I didn't say that about the other two. Well, I mean, later I said them. I said it later about the mermaids. Later I was
Poor
like...
Sana.
Poor Sana. I was like, poor country girl.
She's stinky.
She's stinky.
Whatever.
But I was like, the mermaid is beautiful. But no, town girl.
I think it was the voice.
It was the voice.
Yeah, the singing voice.
The singing voice that charmed me. But she's waiting, and you do not wish to keep her any longer. You steady your nerves. Then you reach out with trembling hands, and you begin to undo the buttons, which run down the front of the princess's nightgown. That's how they get you before they drag you to the bottom of the ocean. That's exactly what happens. I drowned. You work as quickly as you're able, which, given how badly your hands are shaking, is not very. You fumble with a couple of buttons, flinching as you do so. The princess, however, seems blissfully unaware of what it is exactly you are doing, or not doing, for your fingers have begun to seize up with the front of her nightgown. She is not even looking at you. Instead, her gaze is directed upon your shoulder, to the windowsill, and the sky beyond it.
It isn't particularly sunny, but I don't think it's too cold outside. Going for a walk may not be a bad idea. What do you think, dear one?
I don't think you should go outside in the daytime if you're a vampire. Someone's aware of her circumstances. That's probably why she has left. If her parents were also vampires, I don't know. You think that you would like to finish undressing the princess as soon as possible, so you can make some progress on dressing her again. The sight of all this exposed skin is bad for your heart. Fortunately, you are able to make quick work of the princess's nightgown despite your initial mishaps spurred on perhaps by your anxiety. You bid the princess to stand, which she does, and neatly she steps out of her nightgown, her motions once again as graceful and as fluid as a dancer's. This task completed, you search hurriedly, worriedly for the princess's red dress. Where is it? You cannot find it. Where is it? Where is it? Sweat begins to prickle on the back of your neck. Your palms, meanwhile, feel uncomfortably clammy. The moments pass awkwardly, uneasily as you search, the princess standing there, all the while as naked as the day she was born.
I guess we just hanging out with her naked now.
Yeah. Why did you not find her day dress before you stripped her of her night one? What a fool you are! You're a fool! The princess, noting your panic, giggles and says,
Are you looking for my dress?
Yes, you reply, your face flushed. That is what you were doing.
I thought so. I did wonder before you started undressing me why you not asked where it was. Maybe it slipped your mind.
It had slipped your mind, yes, to your shame. She's got the girls out. She's exposed. You were too busy trying not to fixate upon the princess's bared skin to think about how best to conceal it.
She's not a very good maid so far.
No, she's not really doing a good job at that, no.
My dress is in my armoire.
The princess says, glancing over to the aforementioned piece of furniture. Oh my, how lewd. Her amour, that amour of hers is intricately carved wooden structure large enough or so you estimate to fit inside it. Enough dresses to attire a whole ballroom's worth of princesses. To be fair, she was just forced into vanity training. I mean, not exactly. When we first met her, the princess just assumed that she was her new maid sent to work for her, and we just didn't deny it. We're just like, yep, that's me. I'm your maid. I'm your girl.
We're just common sense. I feel like most of us find our clothes we're gonna change into before we just take it all off.
Exactly. We decide what we're gonna wear, not just stand there in our birthday suit looking for what to wear.
I like to wear the red one. It's my favorite. Would you be a dear and fetch it for me? I don't want to rush you, but it is rather cold in here, especially while I'm still naked.
She raises a good point. You turn away from the princess and make your way to her armoire. Once there, you open its wooden doors and pursue the clothes hanging within it. It is just as you expected. Inside the wardrobe lies numerous dresses, all of them finely sewn and decorated with no shortage of ribbons, lace, and iridescent pearls. You find the princess's red dress soon enough, then hurry to her side. There you go. You're modest now.
I can be seen again.
With your soils in hand, you hurry to dress her, concealing once again the princess's pale skin beneath layers upon layers of soft red velvet. She's easier to look at now, you think, with her skin concealed. That might have been the most nerve-wracking task you have ever had to accomplish, even more so than your perilous escape for the foggy forest. Why, it seems a small miracle you can still remember how to breathe.
You know, she is a vampire. Her clothes have like a lot of fang motifs in them.
Yeah, a lot of teeth. And she has a
lot
little
of teeth.
She has a little fang in her
crown's
art.
made of teeth, her earrings teeth. The lining on a bunch of her clothes are teeth shape.
Yeah, everything like looks like teeth, and then the fact like her favorite color is red. It's just all screaming vampire.
Might be a little vampire.
Might be a vampire.
That's much better. Thank you, dear one, for your help. You've not been here for a full day, but I already wonder what I'd do without you. She can't change her own clothes?
Apparently not. She does not know how to change her own clothes. What has she been doing prior to this?
Well, that doesn't make sense. How's she get into her nightgown if she can't change her own clothes?
How? What have you been doing this past time when there's no maids around? Shyly, you assure the princess that you did nothing, really nothing beyond your job. You did not do anything incredible. Maybe she's just being polite. And in any case, being complimented by someone so pretty is embarrassing.
Aw, don't be like that. I want to compliment you. Why shouldn't I when you've been so helpful? Be rude not to. And anyway, I think you're very pretty too.
Oh my. Your face flushes from this more deeply than ever before. You ought to count yourself lucky, really. What with all of this excessive blushing that the princess does not seem to possess any... They're not hiding it at this point.
Oh!
The princess does not seem to possess any vampiristic tendencies. Okay, yeah, that... I feel like that just proves it. Vampire! Vampire! She is Kanato!
It's all just a red herring, not a vampire, somehow.
You're making yourself quite the easy target.
Or a werewolf.
Or a werewolf. I don't know, but I'm betting on vampire.
Yeah, same.
When's the next full moon? Guess we'll see then. Now,
The princess declares.
why don't we go for a walk? It's a nice enough day, and I get so very bored being cooped up inside.
You can't think of any particular objections to raise to this remark, and you think that the princess might have a point. What's gonna happen if she goes outside, though?
Well, if she's a werewolf, she'll be fine.
She's a werewolf, should be fine. Unless she's one of those vampires that can go outside in the daylight, because there is sometimes cases where they can.
Maybe she'll sparkle.
Maybe she'll sparkle like Twilight. The castle, though expansive, is somewhat stifling. The walls are so very thick that you might, they put you in a mind of a crypt. This is the skin of a killer. This is the skin of a killer. Look at my Lee senpai. She's so lonely. It gets so lonely here, Sukafu. It gets so lonely. I'm so lonely. Also, I forgot to say...
She's still lonely with us here.
Yeah.
SMH.
Well, we're all lonely together. Also, can someone give Rhea and Sukafu a shout out, please? I forgot to give Rhea a shout out.
Shout out to Rhea.
Yeah. I can. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rhea is super cute, and so is Sukafu. With your acquiescence acquired, the princess quits her chamber, her posture elegant, and her gaits unhurried. She seems not to walk as she navigates her way through the seemingly endless hallways of her home, but to float like a cloud.
Okay, she has to be a vampire, right?
The hem of her dress swishes around her legs, and her hair shifts like a shroud. The castle's courtyard, meanwhile, is sadly lacking in comparison to the princess's beauty. The courtyard is fenced by the castle's walls, which look in the stark midlight, tall and imposing faceless soldiers standing in centennial. The sun is out and it's not particularly bright, and neither is it particularly warm. The courtyard itself, meanwhile, is in a state of disarray. The flower beds are in shambles, all overgrown with weeds. It is rather depressing. The princess's castle might be grand in scale, but the courtyard itself is simple, hemmed in the claustrophobic degree like a coffin. Memories. Not the memories of the coffin. The princess, however, seems to not share your dolorous mood. She instead looks elated by her newfound surroundings, her smile unwavering. So yeah, she's one of those vampires that can go outside in the light. Because she looks just fine. She gambols about like a lamb, filting hitter and fifter as she examines the weed-infested flower beds. Her frolicking comes to a cease, however, by a bush. One is full of bright red roses.
Oh, how very pretty! Do you not think they are gorgeous, dear one?
The flowers are not too disappointing, you suppose. I'm like, oh, they're okay. I guess they're fine.
Whatever.
They're fine. They make for a fine spectacle. In fact, a welcome splash of color when contrasted with the dullness and drabness which permits the rest of the courtyard. Though the other flowers in their beds are wilted, withered things, it is not so for these roses. They are a rich, bright red, just like blood. Oh my gosh, foreshadowing! Their heads so full, they seem almost to droop beneath the weight of their own engorged petals. They are pretty in a sense. But there's something unsettling about them too, something that is almost obscene. How did these roses become so very red? What has been sustaining them?
The maids. She's feeding the maids to the roses.
Feeding the maids to the roses, and they're growing. Could it be possible that these roses have been draining the life from the other flowers which are struggling to grow within this garden? It is fanciful. It is a fanciful thought, but...
Oh, they are simply divine. Looking at these roses always lifts my spirits. They really are my most favorite flowers. Simply must pick some of them. Perhaps I can use them to decorate my bedchamber. It could use a bit of color.
Be careful, they have thorns. The princess reaches out as to pluck one of the roses free from the resting place among its brethren. You watch her, your breath beating anxious that the gesture might result in perforated flesh and bright red blood. But the princess is not as clumsy as you fear. Of course she is not. She's not you. Who did you think she was? You? Oh my god. Rather than worrying about other people, you would be better served if you worried more about yourself. The princess holds her newly pilfered rose to her nose and inhales, her eyelids falling shut as the flower's sweet scent washes over her. A few moments of silence pass. Then the princess begins to toy with the petals in which adorn the flower's crown.
Now, let me see. I wonder what fate has in store for me. She loves me.
princess plucks a petal from the flower's unburdened head.
She loves me not.
The princess continues with this childish incantation, all the while stripping her rose slowly and methodically of its petals. These petals flutter about the princess's like bloody snow. The princess's voice, meanwhile, echoes throughout the courtyard, even more melodic than the strains of a pianola.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
The princess's fingers hover over the final petal, which crowns her nearly denuded flower. Then, with a triumph smile, she declares,
She loves me. I knew it.
Who is the one that you want to love you? You watch the princess amused by her girlish good cheer. The little mantra she had been reciting is one that you are familiar with. The girls at the conservatory also used to engage in this little game, the younger ones, at least, who believed that a fairy tale prince would whisk them away. You might have participated in this game yourself when you were a child, but you never pinned your hopes and dreams on a handsome prince. Your interest in princes has always been minimal. When it comes to fair princesses, though, well, that is a different matter altogether, isn't it? Pleasantly, you ask the princess whose love it is she wishes to court, a query which makes the princess giggle.
Oh, dear one. Who else would I be thinking of?
The mermaids.
Naturally, I was thinking of you.
Naturally. She says it so easily, as though she ought to have suspected as much. And indeed, part of you did. You wanted to believe, yet part of you was afraid to. You did not want to be arrogant enough to assume that the princess might care for your affections. Oh, scandalous.
Oh.
You begin to blush, your cheeks almost as red as the roses, while the princess laughs. She laughs, and she laughs, and she laughs. Her voice clear and sweet like a nightingale's song, as though you were the funniest thing she has ever seen. You never liked being laughed at when you dwelt within the walls of the conservatory, but it is different with her. You have not known her for all that long, but you're already entraced by her, ensnared. I'm getting feelings again. She has you wrapped around her little finger.
Oh my.
The princess's laughter tapers off into a series of giggles. Smiling, she wipes her eyes with the back of her hand.
It was quite the amusing diversion, but I've just had an idea.
You look at the princess curiously. What idea?
You can't tell?
What is it? You cannot even begin to guess.
I just thought that all this watching must be boring you.
Ah, the princess says, tossing the rose-strip stem carelessly to the ground.
You should give it a try. Please do. It'll be fun.
Will you be mad if I don't get it? She loves me. The princess retrieves a second red rose from the bushes, deftly snapping it between her fingers, and offers it to you.
I want to see what fate has in store for you too.
I'm scared of what fate has in store for me. You smile at the princess.
What might happen?
Yes, who knows what might happen to me? You smile at the princess, touched by her enthusiasm. Indulging in childish games like this might not be the best use of your time, but the princess looks so very determined you would not wish to hurt her. What could be the harm, really, in consenting? I don't know. The only real casualty of this game will be one singular rose, the rose that the princess is holding towards you. You reach out meaning to accept the princess's offer, but
Oh no.
You are clumsy and you seize the stem of the rose with a touch too much strength.
Are we bleeding? Uh-oh.
I darn goofed. Oh wait. Oh gosh, I'm bleeding. That's probably
This isn't good.
That's probably not good because
Yeah.
vampire. The head
She's
of
gonna
the
start
rose.
drooling.
She's gonna like, oh, delicious, delicious blood. The head of the rose might be pretty, but there is even more to a rose than its bright red flowers. The roses have thorns too, a fact you are now painfully reminded of. Pain flares through your finger and you gasp. You take a step back and the hem of your skirt swishing around your ankles. Your finger is stinging and so are your eyes. You ought to have been more careful. Why were you so stupid?
You poor dear, you're bleeding.
The princess exclaims, alarmed. Then she frowns.
This is all my fault. If I had not suggested this silly game, this never would have happened. Please let me take care of you.
And how is she going to do that? Perhaps she means to take a handkerchief from her pocket with which she might staunch your wound. Princesses tend to carry handkerchiefs around with them, don't they? Silken ones? How else would they give brave knights tokens of their gratitude once they aforementioned knights have successfully slain dragons? Princesses can hardly dispense kisses as favors. It's simply not done. That is what you always thought, but...
Please, hold still. This might sting a little bit.
This princess is anything but ordinary. Rather than a white handkerchief out of her pocket, she instead encloses her white slender fingers around your hand. Carefully, as though she is handling a precious object, she raises your hand, her eyes affixed all the while on the beads of startling crimson blood which are oozing luridly from your wound. She licks her lower lip. She then dips her head. Oh, vampire!
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure vampire. She's drinking the blood.
Slurp, slurp.
Slurp, 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 slurp. She parts her mouth with a soft sigh, which borders on the sensuous. She slips your injured digits between her teeth. So much for princesses not dispensing kisses as tokens of appreciation. This might not be a conventional kiss, but feels intimate regardless, almost startlingly so. She's gonna have a taste of your blood, now she's gonna want more. The princess's lips, which are red as any rose, are enclosed around your index finger. You can feel the warmth of the princess's mouth about your skin and the wetness of it. These sensations make your whole body quake. You did not expect this. Tremulously, in a voice which wavers, you ask the princess what it is she is doing.
Oh?
The princess glances up at you, her mouth still enclosed around your finger.
Didn't I tell you? Trying to stop the bleeding.
Yes, you gathered as much, but...
Is there a problem? I'm not making you uncomfortable, am I?
It is not you say that she's making you uncomfortable, per se, but this is rather awkward. You did not expect that. This is all. And she is not worried about, she's not worried that this is unhygienic?
Unhygienic?
The princess blinks. She is the very picture of innocence. Which is funny, really, given your fingers nestled against her tongue.
I don't know what you mean by that, exactly. But I've heard this is the very best way to take care of cuts. My nursemaid used to do this for me when I was a child. It's what you're supposed to do.
And you ask, your voice catching in your throat, did her nursemaid keep, staunting her wounds with her mouth, which she grew older?
Well, no. But my nursemaid was dismissed when I was 8 years old. That's the normal way of things. I had my ladies' maids to look after me then.
How very interesting. And did they ever clean her wounds like this?
Oh,
The princess says, smiling mischievously.
'cause I'm not clumsy enough to cut myself, silly.
Now, that was quite the sharp retort. It's like, I had to point that out. You did not expect it. Your face turns even redder, if such a thing is possible. Though, this might perhaps be to your benefit. With some luck, all of your blood will flow to your face rather than to your finger, and the bleeding will stop. Has it stopped? Your injury was not a deep one. There should be no need for the princess to keep suckling, but she still is. You are not accustomed to the intimacy of this nature. It is making your heart flutter. If the princess knew what her mouth was doing to you, you are sure she would not be so familiar. You feel quietly crushing, confident that she would scorn you for your feelings and deem them unnatural. Ayo? Ayo? Yes, it probably, if you're just listening, it probably sounds kind of weird. Just with the audio. It would not be the first time. At this point, you should be used to rejection. It still stings, though. It stings much, much more than any thorn on any rose ever could. The days pass following your misadventures in the rose garden in a relaxed, unhurried sort of manner. Your mad dash through the forest is beginning to feel like a distant memory, so much so you can scarcely recall the raw, naked fear you once felt as you fled for your life. And this is when I think things start doing the turnaround.
We're looking at the sky again.
There's no running to be had while you are working for the princess. Bloodsucking makes me queasy. You would have nowhere else to run, and in any event, there is no longer any reason to run. The shadows which once tormented you have at long last begun to recede. You can scarcely recall, as you lay down in your bed, the petty cruelties you were subjected to by your classmates at the conservatory. They no longer matter. Your attention is focused, and not upon yourself, but upon the princess. The more time you expend with her, the more time you come to care for her. You have become quite bestowed with her, but you are yet to realize it. Well, I never. How very ignorant can one girl be of her own feelings? The princess is not half so ignorant as you are, though despite having spent her whole life within the palace walls, the weight of her own feelings are not unknown to her. And during one stormy night, she chooses to make them known to you. She confesses to me.
Ooh.
Oh, woo? Oh, my? Oh, whoa? You're in the princess's chambers later. Perhaps, then you ought to be later than is strictly appropriate. It is dark outside, and there is little save to the light of the moon to elevate it. That and the fire which crackles in the grate. You have only finished stoking that very fire, and now you rise. You look to the princess who's lying in her bed, and you bid her a good night as you have many nights pass. Which a neat courtesy you turn to leave, but the princess's plaintive voice gives you pause.
Wait, dear one, do not go. Not just yet.
Oh, whoa. Perplexed, you pause, then look back at the princess. Though she is smiling, her expression is unusually wan. Is she alright?
Oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. It's just nights like this, you know, which make me feel a little out of sorts.
Is it a full moon? No, wait, that wouldn't do anything to a vampire, really. I mean, if she was a werewolf, that would be bad. And what, you ask, does she mean by that?
Only that it's very cold and very dark. And it's very windy besides. I'm afraid there'll be a storm later. It's awfully cloudy earlier when we went out for a walk.
The princess is not mistaken about that. The sky, when the pair of you promented about the garden earlier, was gray and steely, and the wind bitingly cold. You can hear the wind rattling mournfully against the panes in the princess's bedchamber. The princess's castle is built of stone and is well fortified, but even with the fire, it is rather cold. You do not like to think of how much chillier by comparison it will be in your own humble bedchamber, which is not fortunate to have its own fireplace. What if she's a Wendigo? I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's been making it clear she's a vampire.
Foreshadowing
What's a
all points to
Wendigo?
vampire.
Yeah, what is a Wendigo, though? It might
Yeah.
oh, wait, oh yeah, this was your
Like a
line.
skinwalk? Is that what they're called?
I think it's similar, but not quite the same.
Oh, Wendigo.
Wendigo. Also, Jester, did you say this line?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Might sound childish, but I always find it hard to sleep on stormy nights like this. They make me feel uncomfortable.
You look at the princess with no small degree of sympathy. No longer clad in her bright red dress, she looks oddly, uncommonly vulnerable. Will she really be alright, all alone in her oversized bed, in her high-ceilinged bedchamber? You know it is silly of you to contemplate such a query. Why would she not be alright? There's nobody in the castle to hurt her, but still you fret for her. As her lady's maid, it is your job to fret for her. You would never want your mistress to feel unhappy. You ask the princess what it is she would have you do, and the princess perks up at this pleaded perhaps that you are taking the initiative.
I wouldn't like to take up too much of your time when it is so very late. But would you mind sitting with me a while longer and reading to me? Provided that you can, of course.
If you have the ability to read.
If you're not illiterate, that is.
This is a fair enough question, but your pride bristles regardless. Hastily, you reassure the princess that yes, of course you could read. You were a poor student in many aspects at the conservatory. Hey Leaf, Sana, Eva, and Jester, what did I miss on this interesting tale? That this girl is most likely a vampire, and she was just drinking some of our blood that we prickled on a rose, but maybe she has a craving for more. We don't know. You were a poor student in many aspects at the conservatory, but you had something of a gift when it came to the literary arts. Reading books is all you have ever been good at.
Oh, I see. I suppose I should have known. You're so incredible. Sometimes wonder if there's anything you can't do.
I love vampire girls. The princess's high praises make you flush. Awkwardly, you look away. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Being able to read, you wish reassure her is not such a great feat.
Perhaps it isn't where you hail from, but here it is. Very few of my old servants could read, and they certainly couldn't read the books I like.
This piques your interest. Intrigued, you ask the princess what books exactly she likes.
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm fond of fairy tales, you see. Old ones from centuries past.
Oh, am I gonna be able to read the language?
I have a collection of them here.
The princess says, indicating a book on her bedside table as thick as a mortuary slab.
The book is old, though, and the bindings are weak. The pages brittle, the writing woefully old-fashioned. I didn't trust any of my past servants with that book, but I think you would do a good job breathing life into those old stories. Would you mind reading to me for just a brief while? Please, dear one. Oh, please?
The princess's request seems a simple one, expressed sweetly, so much so, you see no reason to refuse her. You take a seat beside the princess upon her luxurious bed, which sneaks beneath your weight. Then you retrieve the leather-bound book, which is resting upon her bedside table, and spread it open. The pages of the book are very brittle, like the princess said, and the bindings of the book are loose. You can feel in the heft of the book's manifold pages the weight of the ages concealed within it. How old is this book? Perhaps it is as old as the castle in which it resides. So Wendigo, as I'm seeing, is a cannibalistic evil spirit told from Algonquin mythology. They say it was a lost hunter forced by hunger to eat human flesh. Oh. I mean, there could be a possibility, but I'm pretty sure vampire, because they even like said vampiristic action or whatever. It's feeling like it was indicate she is a vampire. It felt like it was pretty plausible that's probably what she is. But I don't know. I don't, like, the mermaid said she was a mermaid, but I'm pretty sure she was a siren. I don't think she was actually a mermaid at all, so I don't know. I call lies and slander. It is with a quiet voice, hesitant at first, that you begin to read to the princess a tale of courtly love which culminates in a lavish wedding ceremony. All the while as you read, maybe she was half mermaid, half siren? Maybe. Possibly. She was calling herself a mermaid. But that could also just been a lie.
Maybe it's all the same to her.
Maybe it's all the same to her. Could have been. The princess listens to you, enraptured, hanging, or so it seems, upon your every word. Once you reach the final phrase embossed upon the pages of this aged tome. Oh, and they lived happily ever after. The princess. Oh wait, I don't think that was my line actually.
I think it was. I think it's just quoted because that's like
okay.
what the book's saying.
Okay. And they lived happily ever after. The princess sighs as though this tale has touched her very soul. That's exactly what a siren would say. They would say that they're a mermaid. Like, I'm not dangerous.
That's what we kept saying.
Mm-hmm.
Would that there was a handsome prince to marry me.
She says somberly.
Or, better yet, a beautiful princess. At this point, I think I would even settle for a lowly scullery maid.
You are saying that about me? You blush at this idle remark and mumble softly that this would not be proper. The storm outside is still squalling, and you have never been one to raise your voice. You do not expect, therefore, that the princess will overhear you, but she does. She observes you, her head resting against her pillows, and says,
And what would be the problem with that, As my maid, shouldn't my happiness come before any silly ideas of proprietary?
well, of course, you reply, but for a princess to marry a scullery maid...
You're still hung up about that?
The princess titters.
Don't pay it too much heed. I'm just talking to myself. As if anything like that would ever happen, when there is no priest around who would officiate it.
You think there are greater issues with the princess's plan than the lack of priests, though she does not present a good point. Though she does present a good point. The castle is an empty one. Even if the princess were to find something that she loves, there would be nobody to make such a wedding official. You cannot help but feel like you have avoided a great deal of nuisance. But by the same token, you do not feel a touch disappointed. Well, never mind,
That was a nice story.
the princess says.
But I'm not sleepy yet, and it's still storming outside. Won't you read me one more?
You would not mind, you reply, but it is getting late. You really ought to return to your own chamber.
I know, but can't you find it in your heart to read one story to me? Just one. You can choose a short one. I won't complain.
You have some doubts about that, but as before, you cannot resist the princess's demands. It is not, you think, because she is a princess, though that is, of course, a part of it, but because she is, well, radiant. You would not think, as you turn to the next story recounted in this aged compendium, want to upset her. You would rather cut your own tongue. You read another story to the princess, which is of a similar vein to the last. Impossible adventures in culminating at their close in a happy marriage. This tale delights the princess as much as the tale you read prior, and begs for another story, then another. I'm just like, you can't keep asking me!
You're getting hit with the curse of just one more, just one more.
Like, no, there keeps, you've said that about the last, like, 3. One bedroom story soon becomes 5. And even then, when the candle flickers on the princess's bedside are close to guttering out, the princess is not satisfied. Like a grasping, greedy child, she has never heard of moderation. When she wants something, she seeks to glut herself with it, her only request that of more. If she were less comely, perhaps her inability to adhere to the word no would be seen as a character defect. The princess is very comely, however, and so when she makes her next request, you almost agree offhand without considering the ramifications.
I think I could go to sleep now, but the storm is still raging. I feel lonely on my own in this big empty bed, so...
That is our fate, to be forever telling tales of fantasy to a princess, a vampire princess for all eternity. That is our fate.
Better than the last 2 fates.
Yeah, that would have been better than the last 2. I agree.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, for now.
No?
The princess's eyes light up like the night sky in a thunderstorm.
Why don't you sleep with me?
Oh, whoa, hello? You stare at the princess, your eyes your eyes wide as goose eggs. Slowly, you blink. Then, just as slowly, you bid her to repeat herself.
Didn't you hear me?
The princess giggles.
Maybe you've been so busy cleaning up after me, you've neglected to clean out your own ears.
Wait, did I miss what happened with the gravedigger that you did? She buried us. She was like, basically like, I've run out of people to bury, and as a gravedigger, this is what my job. I gotta bury you.
I buried all my family, I buried all my loved ones, I like you, so I gotta bury you.
Like, she's like, it's fine though, like, this way we can be together forever. I've buried you right next to my house. So you'll never leave me this way. You'll always be near to me. You'll always be near me. Okay, yeah, we read that.
I said, dear one, would you like to sleep with me?
She said, you've been promoted. I don't think that's how it works, but sure. It worked in the gravedigger's mind, apparently. If that is the question she truly means to ask, then it is easy enough to answer. Of course you would like to sleep with her. It would be an honor. But would it really be alright for you to accept such an invitation? It must be a gross breach of protocol, surely, for a lowly domestic such as yourself to share a bed with a princess. You sit upon the princess's bedside, fretting while she observes with wide, beseeching eyes. She is waiting. Well, oh wait, that's not me.
Well, what's the matter, dear one? Why do you tarry so? Could it be...
The princess' lower lip begins to tremble.
Don't you want to lie with me after all?
The sorrow present in the princess's voice and in her face makes you feel awfully guilty. Hurriedly, you consoled her. You tell her in no uncertain terms that if she truly wishes to partake in your company, then you have no qualms with it. Why would you?
Well then, don't just stand there dilly-dallying, silly. Come and join me. Come.
And that is what you do, after returning briefly to your own chamber to change into your nightgown. Once dressed, you waste no time in returning to your impetuous princess's side. I don't know, last time I went to bed with the person, I woke up in a coffin.
We're gonna wake up this time.
Where am I gonna wake up this time?
I bet in the dungeon.
Oh no.
Probably in the dungeon. She is already lying in her glorious four-poster bed, awaiting your return as though you are a knight errant, gone away to slay some wicked dragon. The princess giggles when she sees you, in your haste to change. You have made haste of the buttons, and she bids you to come closer.
Let me fix that for you, silly.
Something foreboding is going to occur here, isn't there? Oh, most likely. I don't doubt that.
For sure.
Oh no, you say. I couldn't possibly let you do that. I am but a servant after all. Should it not be your job to dress her?
Maybe so.
The princess says.
Don't mind a bit of a role reversal. Makes things more fun.
You try a few more refutations, but in vain. The princess summarily discards all of them. Quite at the princess's mercy, she might be even more stubborn than you are. You capitulate to her demands. You let the princess unbutton the front of your nightgown, then rebutton them, so the fabric of your plain... Is she gonna bite me? Of your plain gown is drawn shut. Satisfied with her handiwork, she has very elegant hands. That was very important to point out. The princess draws back and pats the mattress beside her.
Now, come in. It must be horribly cold out there, but these sheets are warm.
Coyly, the princess smiles. And,
And so am I. Oh!
oh, whoa! Spicy. You feel warm yourself as you slide into the bed beside the princess. Your face is as red as the gown the princess so often wears, as red as the roses in the castle grounds. Her white dress is gonna become red once more. Oh my, how lewd indeed. All the while your heart is fluttering. Does the princess know what an effect she is having on you? Surely she must. How could any woman be so blind? Yeah, she's not you.
There.
The princess exclaims. Once your body is lying beside hers.
That is much better. Do you feel cozy now, dear one?
You swallow, and with a shaky voice you reassure her. Yes, you are cozy. You are quite cozy indeed.
Very good. The storm might be raging outdoors, but it can't get us here. I know when I'm with you, I'll be safe. It's strange, but...
The princess reaches out, then takes your hand in hers, twining your fingers together like a chain.
when I'm with you, I feel so very light. It's as if nothing in the world can hurt me. You make me feel safe, so I
This
want to
feels
make
so
you feel safe
wholesome.
too. I think this princess has got some real riz.
She's got a lot of riz.
She does.
She's rizzing
This
me
feels
up.
wholesome.
But something's gonna go wrong.
Something's definitely gonna go wrong.
No.
Like, this is the good ending.
I'll take very, very good care of you. I promise. Forever. Oh.
I just needed you to know. I love you.
You return her smile with one of your own, touched by her thoughtfulness, though something about her promise does make you wonder. Should it be not your job to look after her as a domestic?
In a way.
The princess replies after a pause.
But you've been taking good care of me already. Now, I need to return the favor.
I'm gonna wake up in the dungeon, I just know it.
As a princess, I'm supposed to look after my vassals. It's all part of the job description.
You were unaware that being a princess came with a job description. You thought the profession came with far fewer written responsibilities and far fewer forms to sign, say becoming a doctor or astrophysicist, or a mathematician, or a mathematics professor. You tell the princess this sleepily, and she laughs.
You do say some funny things, dear one. I think you must be tired. Rest your head. You've been working so hard. I think you deserve it.
Yes, you think only half conscious. You think you deserve it too. You have been working hard for a long time. Have been running for even longer. But now, at long last, you feel you can let your fears go. Your eyelids begin to droop. Your body be beleaguered by a sudden, all-consuming fatigue. And in a quiet, understated sort of way, your consciousness is conveyed to the Morpheus's kingdom. Your sleep is a deep one, despite the storm which rages outdoors. So eepy honk shoo. Yeah, nothing bad is gonna happen when I wake up. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. This is great.
This is great. This is the good ending. The wind is howling like a couple of wild cats, both locked in a vicious and bloodthirsty bout to death, but you do not hear it. Swallowed by the warm blankets about you, and soothed by the princess's presence, you are immune from all the ills of the world. When you are with the princess, you feel safe, secure, and yes, you even feel loved. It is a pity then that these feelings do not last for very long. Oh no!
Here we go. The dungeon!
No.
We're dungeon!
You were right. No.
We are in the dungeon.
I knew something bad was gonna happen when we woke up. You know that something is wrong, catastrophically so, the moment you open your eyes. Your thoughts are hopelessly jumbled, but you are certain that when you fell asleep, it was in a bed, a nice warm bed no less, beneath soft, comfortable sheets. You are not lying in a bed right now, though. You are not, in fact, lying at all. There's all the other maids! Oh no!
He's still wearing an apron.
She's still wearing an
she
apron.
sleeps so deeply. Like
She
the first time she
does.
got changed, put in a coffin, put in the ground, and had it nailed shut, and she slept through all of this. This time she's been dragged down into the dungeon, put upwards, had the cuffs on her as she's like in a standing position against the wall. She doesn't wake up.
And there was even a storm happening.
Heavy sleeper.
Girl,
Just a heavy sleeper.
Girl sleeps like the dead.
She's
Just
about
being
to
a
be the
girl.
death.
You are standing instead against a cold, hard wall made of stone. Also, BRB, have fun of death. I don't know if we will, but okay. The curve of your back is pressed against the wall so intimately you can feel its icy chill seeping through the fabric of your nightgown. Your feet, which are bare, are similarly pressed against cold, unfeeling stone. They feel so frigid you cannot help but tremble. You're trembling so much that you can feel your teeth chattering together. They sound like castanets. The sound is almost jaunting as it echoes through your cell, for that is indeed where you are. The princess's bedchamber, wherein you fell asleep, is a thing now of the past. You are standing instead. You realize with a sharp start in the cell of some great underground dungeon. You swallow, and when you do, you can taste something bitter on your tongue. Your stomach is beginning to churn with anxiety. You feel like you are going to be sick, a feeling which wells up inside you to a staggering degree when you catch notice of the stench. You are not, you realize, the only one in the dungeon. There are others here, others attired in a simple black and white outfits of servants, which look much like the dress that you once wore. The others who are with you, however, in this expansive cell, manacled to the wall, are in no fit state to speak to you, nor to tell you of their plights. They are all unfeeling, unseen, unbreathing. They are all dead. Oh. Spooky music. You cannot approach these servants to check their pulses, for... well, that's not gonna do you any good. They're skeletons.
I was about to say.
Yeah, for...
What?
yeah, like, that's not gonna do you any good.
I guess she is dumb.
She is...
Who thinks to check a
She really
skeleton's
is dumb.
pulse?
She's like, no, there's a chance they're still alive. For you yourself are restrained, but even if you could, there would be no point. There is no way any human can survive the wounds which have been inflicted upon these sad, stumpled bodies.
Oh, maybe there's some non-skeletons in
Maybe.
here that we can't see.
Maybe. Yes, try to see if the skeletons have a pulse. Yeah, that'll work. Once there, you see a woman slumped, the front of her white apron stained with a blackish blood. There is a gaping wound in her stomach, one through which her entrails have half escaped in some sort of burgundy goop, which might have once been pale pink. There's another woman slumped beside the first of a smaller stature. She is skinnier. Maybe she is not a woman after all, but an adolescent like yourself. She might even be younger. The girl's age or lack of did not preclude her attacker from inflicting upon her horrors, alas, for her body is even more mutilated than the first. Her body is peppered with even more wells, and her face has been half smashed in. Ooh. Only one eye remains, staring fixated at the wall opposite her, in the ruined remains of what was once her skull. Once there, you see a woman who is missing both her arms and her lower jaw. Over there, you see another is missing her entire lower half. Where have her legs gone? You have no idea.
They got up and walked away.
They got up and walked away. Oh goodness, that was loud.
Sorry, my mom's vacuuming.
It's okay, it's okay. The injuries inflicted upon these bodies are ghastly, but their advanced decay is enough to turn your stomach. You know not how long these carcasses have been lying down here, but they have begun to putrefy. You fear a similar fate might befall you. You should befall you should you stay here. You need to escape. Fitfully, you struggle against the manacles which bind you, but alas, it is no use. You cannot free yourself from the walls. Your restraints are much too strong, and you are much too weak. Panic rises up your throat, cold and icy, while terror seizes your heart. This too glacial. It is obvious that escape is impossible, but you still squirm and and reeve like a rat caught in a firestorm. And this time, I think we're not gonna get a chance to be like, hey, you wanna do a different route? We might just die now.
I guess we'll see.
There is little point, however, to your struggles. You succeed in nothing as you attempt to free yourself, save making the steel manacles dig into your abused wrists more sharply than ever. You gasp. That hurts. Well, you ought to have known that would not work. The very definition of insanity is, performing a set of action over and over again, hoping for a different response. In that sense, perhaps one could argue optimism is not so very different from insanity. Now that is an interesting point to consider. Would you not agree? No, evidently not. You're still trying to escape, you foolish girl, as if that will do you any good. The clangorous rattling of your steely restraints is rather starting to get on my nerves. You're making enough noise to raise the dead down there in your dark, dingy cell, and all your screaming is hardly helping matters. I wish that you would cease that infernal racket, but I know you will not. Nothing I say could ever get through to you. Not that you have ever listened to me in the first place. Perhaps you would listen to her, though. Is she not your kind, considerate mistress? Look, now, she has come all this way into the dark depths of the castle's cold and hospitable dungeon to see you. Is that not kind of her?
Oh, dear one!
The princess trails, entering the dungeon with a series of lighting steps.
It seems you have finally awoken. How are you? Based on all that infernal racket you've been making, seem you have no shortage of energy.
Playfully, you turn your head so as to meet the eyes of the princess. She is standing but a few paces away, beneath the roughly hewn stone arc, which bids one entry, but rarely ever an exit to the dungeon. The dungeons are dull and drab, but the princess is wearing her favorite red dress. It is so bright and brilliant that for a few moments it hurts you to look at her. Once the red of the princess's outfit made you think of romance, now it makes you think of violence.
You must forgive me for leaving you down here for so long. That was unfair of me. I did think of waiting here with you, by your side, until you awoke, but...
Once again, the princess giggles, a light, airy giggle, which does not at all suit the situation in which you have found yourself.
A dungeon is not a fit place, after all, for a princess. It's horribly cold here, and so very drab. And there's nowhere soft and nice to lay my head. I could have brought my pillows down from my bed, I suppose, and my blankets. But then they would have gotten dirty, and that would be a disaster. I need to be more careful. I won't have anybody left to clean up after my messes soon. Not when I've dispatched of you.
Once again, the princess laughs. Her laugh is light and lilting, like the chiming of a silvery bell, but it does little to elevate your concern. If anything, it makes you feel even more alarmed. Did she say she meant to dispatch you? Of you?
Yes, that's right. Could you not tell? Thought you might have figured that out already. Waking up in a dungeon, silly.
Still smiling, the princess takes another step towards you. Would that you could, you would cringe away from her, but you cannot. You're completely powerless. The princess reaches out and places a hand upon your cheek. Her skin is very white, and though her touch is cool, it is no less than the frigid air in the dungeon. Though your body is aching, the princess's touch is gentle, and you find yourself leaning into it subconsciously. You wish she could keep holding you. You wish she would keep touching you. You luxuriate in her kindness as best you can. But though the princess's carcasses are tender, your circumstances rather undermine them. Well, here comes the blood sucking. Yeah. How can you relax like this?
Ah, you're such a good girl.
The princess says in a cajoling sort of voice, as one might address a cat.
You've been so lovely to me while we've been together. Really couldn't ask for a better servant. Feel as though I've been spoiled.
Why didn't you ask her, is she doing this? Improbable, though. It sounds she must be the one who chained you up. There's nobody else in this castle who could have committed such a feat. Everyone else is dead.
Why, yes. How very astute of you. I was the one who orchestrated all of this, naturally.
Naturally, she says, as though her betrayal is a matter of course. Naturally. Why, you ask, is this so natural to her? What does she mean to do with you?
Oh, only what I've done to all my other servants. I have experience with this sort of thing, so please don't worry. I'll take good care of you.
And by take good care of, she means what?
Naturally, I'll kill you.
I don't like that. There it is again, that word, which seems grossly inappropriate given all which has transpired. Naturally. There's nothing natural about this.
Do you not think so?
The princess examines you, her expression ponderous.
It's natural to me, even if it isn't natural to other people. This just feels right.
Imprisoning her servants in the dungeon and letting them die?
Yes, exactly. There's a bit more to that than to it than that, though.
Oh, of course there is. Oh, lovely.
I like you, dear one.
The princess says in a voice which sounds uncommonly serious.
You have been good to me, like I said, and kind.
Just hold on, Sana. Your mic is not muted.
Huh?
Your
Oh, I'm
mic is
sorry. I'm like multitasking.
Yeah, whatever mic you're using right now is very close to your computer, so we can hear your clicking.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I vacuum and then the mouse.
It's okay. I'm just letting you know.
It's okay.
Sorry, I was falling asleep.
Oh
It's
no.
okay.
You're just here for the...
Leafu reading like a
something.
bedtime story.
Oh.
It does kind of feel like it.
Why does this feel like a bedtime story? She's
It
gonna
does.
die.
My kind
Such a
of story.
peaceful story. Yeah, mine too. It's like Kanado. He also takes you to a dungeon.
Oh my
I like
goodness.
this.
You're just like, I want to be
This is
taken to
great.
Right
a
at
dungeon
home.
too.
Yeah. Exactly.
A very dark bedtime story. I mean, I can't talk. I did say in one stream is like, I used to like watch Markiplier play like 3 scary games like right before I go to bed, and someone was just like, before you go to bed? I was like, yeah, it's comforting.
I do that.
Yeah.
I did that too. I love those games. The 3 scary games.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was really nice to like watch right before bed.
It was.
I need to
Yeah, I
watch
did
those,
that
like-
too.
I need to watch them again. I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, same.
But now, back to the horror bedtime story.
You have been so good to me, in fact, that simply being with you is not enough. Not anymore.
Oh.
Your company can no longer content me. I am a greedy, selfish girl, you see.
The princess
What does this
smile.
mean?
What does this mean? You're gonna be lonely again. The princess's smile widened in something sinister, her eyes flashing into a fiendish fervor you have never before witnessed.
And I don't want to feel you beside me. I want to feel you inside me.
A woe?
Pause?
A woe? Well, of all the things your charming captive could say, you did not expect that. Everyone in chat's just like, huh? The princess, perhaps noticing your confusion, begins to giggle. A giggle even lighter than meringue, and just as airy. She's gonna be like, I want your blood inside me, so that we could be together
Be one.
forever. Yeah. It is just as inoffensive.
I can see that you don't understand, dear one, but you aren't the only one. My last lady's maid said that too.
Lately, the princess sighs. A beleaguered woe is me sigh, which makes her look even younger than the scant handful of years she truly possesses.
And the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that. I thought that you, at least, might be able to appreciate my point of view, but perhaps not. I don't think it should be too complicated to grasp, really. But maybe my way of looking at the world is a little bit unique? That's what my nurse always used to say, at least. When she still had the breath to speak, of course.
You look at the princess. Where else is there for you to look, really? Your eyes affixed to her face. She is still smiling, but there's something sinister about her smile. Or perhaps in your anxious state, you are only imagining that there is something sinister about her smile. It is easy to see things which do not really exist when your surroundings are festooned in the shadows. In actuality, however, the princess does not look any different to how she usually does. Neither is she acting any differently to the way she usually does. Just get it over with and drain my blood, miss. Just get it over with.
Just do it.
It's like, just let me die already.
She doesn't have to hold her breath this time. What are we waiting for?
She has not changed. It is only your perspective of hers that has changed. Tremendously, tremendously, you ask the princess what she means, a question the princess is only too happy to answer.
It's simple, really. Like I said, you were wondering, weren't you, why there weren't any guards or servants in the castle when you first arrived here?
The question had crossed your mind, yes. You are sure that the princess had her ministers sent them away, though. Was that a lie? Of course it was a lie.
I wasn't being wholly truthful, no. Thought that you would be afraid of me if you knew what had actually happened, and I didn't want that. I wanted you to stay with me. My ministers didn't send anyone away because I don't have any ministers. I dispatched of them, too.
Did she now? You suppose you ought not to be surprised, but you still shudder regardless.
My ministers weren't very much fun, I'm afraid. They had a lot of ideas about what I should and shouldn't do after my parents died.
The princess stares at you, her eyes wide like black holes, empty, yawning abysses.
So, I killed them. I killed my servants too, though I did a more thorough job with them than I did at my ministers. I did not care for my ministers, you see. They were all fusty old men, but I did love my servants.
Only ladies.
I loved my ladies' maids, and my undermaids, and my scullery maids, and my housekeepers, and my cooks, and my large retinue of retainers. They were like my family. They raised me in my parents' absence, and I adored them. They were also very dear to me that I had no real choice. I had to eat them. Nom nom. Does that blow?
Not logically, no. Why, you asked the princess, your voice trembling, would you eat the people that you love so they can be together forever?
Become one.
Become one. Together forever. Together forever. It seems a poor way to repay them for their kindness.
I think she might be cooking, though. I mean...
So she's not a vampire. Maybe she really is the thing that, Akira said. Maybe you were cooking, Akira.
I mean, is there anything that says that a vampire can't eat human flesh? Question mark?
Question mark?
Well, why wouldn't you eat the people that you love? I don't think there could be any greater way of showing one's gratitude, unless you have any better ideas.
You weren't expecting the princess to turn the tables on you quite like this, and dumbfounded you stare at her. You know precious little about love yourself, so it is hard for you to form a convincing rebuttal, but you muster up a few token arguments. You tell the princess that eating people isn't very nice. That's not nice!
That's not nice.
That's not nice! And neither is it strictly legal. A better way to show your gratitude to your servants would be to increase wages or increase holidays. The princess listens to your arguments, her expression astute, like a student poised to take notes in a very important lecture. Once you are finished, however, her concentration fails her. Her shoulders begin to shake, but it is not with remorse for what she has done. Instead, she is laughing.
Oh, dear one. That's funny. But why should I care about the law? I'm a princess. And one day, I'll be the queen. I am the law.
She's like, I'm above the law.
Well, more than that, she says she is the law.
Oh yeah, she is the law. That is a good point, but would eating people not turn her subjects against her?
What subjects? I'm no fool, you know, no matter how I might act. And I know what happens beyond the castle's walls. I know all about the plague. Once, I might have had a populace to govern, but they're all gone now. I'm a princess in nothing but name only, a monarch without any subjects. Don't you think that's sad? I know I do. It's so woefully lonely.
If she feels lonely, then why has she been systematically slaughtering all of her domestics? It doesn't make a lick of sense.
Perhaps not to you.
Gently, the princess caresses your cheek.
But I shouldn't judge you too harshly. As much as I like you, dear one, you are a commoner. Perhaps you can't understand the intricacies of my thoughts.
Privately, you doubt that anybody would be able to understand the intricacies of the princess's thought process, largely because it is unreasonable. You do not say that, though. Instead, you ask her the only question you can think of, with your weary throat, which is sore from shouting. Why?
Why, you ask?
The princess blinks.
It's because I don't want you to leave me, of course. Everybody leaves sooner or later, whether they have pledged their allegiance to me or not. That is simply the way of the world. People are fickle and inconstant, even to me, a monarch. That is why I decided to eat my servants. I had no choice, you see. It's the only way to ensure they would never leave me. When you think about it, they should be grateful that I would demean myself so to consume their flesh and blood.
Also, yes, I've dyed my hair black today. I felt like having black hair today. There was no reason for it. I just felt like it.
I am a magnanimous ruler, you see, and I treat all of my subjects equally.
I really want to say emo leaf, but I don't want to do that. It's just having black hair does not make people emo. It doesn't make them emo.
Come on, her eyes aren't even red.
Yeah, my eyes aren't red. My eyes are blue. Rude.
I love every single one of you. And naturally, I love you too. You have been awfully nice to me. And you are very pretty alongside it. If you were a plain ugly girl, like that gravedigger, perhaps I would.
Excuse me?
Perhaps I would not shower you with affection quite as intense as
Sana, are
this,
you
but
hearing this?
I beg your pardon.
Beg your pardon. She was very smelly too.
Oh no.
not fit for a princess, I guess. That's why she got left in the village.
She got left in the village.
But you've captured my heart. I think you're quite lovely.
I think people have called this form blueberry chi. This form.
Oh,
yeah.
your model.
Yeah, the different colors. I think they've called it blueberry chi.
Blueberry chi.
Blueberry chi.
So, I'll bestow upon you the highest honor I can conceive of. I want your body to mix with mine. Then we can stay together forever and ever.
Forever and ever. Together forever. The princess leans in. You can feel her soft silken hair brushing against your cheeks. You can feel, too, the warmth of her breath as it goes against your skin. It is cold in the dungeon, but the princess's close proximity is perverse. Though this might sound something of a comfort. Her eyes are wide and her lips are so red. Her smile, meanwhile, is so sweet.
I've been doing my best to fulfill the role that fate has dictated for me, but really...
The princess exhales. Her eyes, which are boring into yours, are like two dark tarns. Is she still monologuing? She's still monologuing, yep.
Every villain's gotta have their monologue.
Finally, you think you can see an alarming lack of light, lack of anything in the princess's gaze, some degree of humanity.
It gets so lonely here.
Name drop! Title drop, I mean.
Roll the credits.
Roll the credits! But this brief flicker of understanding which passes between the pair of you is soon cut short. The princess dips her head. She parts her lips, which are as red as the petals of a carnivorous flower. You feel the princess's breath against your neck. It is warm in the icy chill of the dungeon, and you shudder from it. For a few moments, you think that this overture of the princess's could be romantic in a way, but this, too, comes to a swift, merciless close.
Oh.
The princess's mouth is on your neck.
Did I just take a bite?
You just took a little nibble.
Oh!
The princess's teeth, sharp as needles, are in your flesh. The princess is draining your blood. She's supping on it in great greedy goblets, like a hungry animal, one who cannot truly comprehend the harm it is causing. Even as the princess sups from you, her arm is twined around your waist, and you find you cannot hate her. So she is a vampire. Okay, yeah, I was a little confused too.
Vampire, cannibal.
Vampire, cannibal, maybe she's both. She is far too worldly. You are sure, as your consciousness begins to fade, that the princess was being sincere when she spoke of her love of her past servants. This is simply the way the princess expresses this great love of hers, a love which is so abundant it borders upon the monstrous. It is a love you never thought you would ever experience. This love of the princess's eclipses anything you have ever known before. It eclipses sanity, it eclipses reason, it eclipses all notions you might once have had of right or wrong. The princess, as you know full well, does not care about such concepts. You have always possessed a stubborn core, nestled beneath your weak-willed exterior, but the princess is even stubborner than you are. In the face of her love, you have met your match. It's like the mermaid, half siren. So here we have half vampire, half cannibal. Yeah.
I see that.
I see the vision. The princess draws back. Desperately, you gasp for air, but she does not give you any quarter. As before, she dips her head, her red lips redder, still with your blood, then splits apart her jaw. Her teeth, which are impossibly inhumanly sharp, glint wickedly like knives. Then she tears out your throat. Oh, yeah, no. I don't think a round vampire does that.
She's ripping out our windpipe. That's how we're gonna suffocate this time.
Oh gosh. Oh, Vicky, thank you so much for the follow. Vicky was just like, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna give you a follow.
Cannibalism.
For that. Cannibalism. I'm gonna follow. Thank you, Vicky, though. Thank you. The front of your nightgown was once white. Was white once. Now it is red. There's so much blood you can smell it when you inhale, sharper than metal. It's so potent you can taste it on your tongue. You try to inhale, but this task proves to be beyond you. What with the twin perforations that have ruptured your skin. Yeah, if there's a secret route that happens, yeah, I think we're gonna have to do it at a different time.
Yeah.
Another 6 months.
Yeah, no, not
See you next year.
No, let's try not to make it another 6
Final
months.
round in 2027.
You tried to inhale, but this task proves to be beyond you. What with your twin preformations, perforations that have ruptured your skin. You attempted breaths when they escaped your lips. Sound like sad, sorry wheezes. Your whole body, meanwhile, feels as though it is on fire. You make for quite the sorry sight indeed. But you'll forgive me if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, you know. You reap what you sow, and in this case, you made a series of bad decisions which led to your untimely demise. Now what do you want to do? Will you accept this fate of yours and rest in peace, or will you try to fight against it?
I choose save.
Yeah, save. Bye, mermaid. We don't need you no more. We don't need your save files anymore. Well, neither.
No. I've been deleted.
You've been deleted.
Accept it. Become one.
Yeah, accept your fate, because this is gonna take us to the ending. I mean, it's just gonna go to the screen being like, oh, game over. We'll come back. We'll fight her after we die. What, really? You're fine being eaten alive in a dark, dingy dungeon, then being left to rot? That does not sound like a very satisfying ending to this particular narrative, but if that's what you want, then so be it. I do not mind indulging you. That is what I have always done. After all, from the moment we first met, I've dedicated myself tirelessly to answering your wishes, and this is no different. Do not be so foolish to think, though, that you can escape me, even if your life's blood has mingled with that of the princesses. I'm not going to relinquish my hold upon you that easily. I did pledge, after all, to remain by your side, come what will, fire or flood. I will never leave you. You will never be lonely again.
Huh?
Should see what happens if we fight back. Probably not much, but...
Yeah, probably not much. Yeah, they're still locked here.
Huh.
And we still have 2 more. So I'm gonna guess there's a secret route.
The narrator route.
The narrator route.
I think you need to have all 3 routes with like the good ending and the bad ending.
Yeah, and we have had all of... Well, there hasn't really been a good ending for any of them.
I mean,
Maybe
like
we just gotta...
in one go.
I think that's what we've been doing. So I think we're on the right route.
Yeah, we just have to go to the last one and click the Defy Your Fate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight against your fate.
Yeah.
And then we'll save the last, I guess, secret ending for the next stream in 6 months. That is a good answer, I must admit. I like it. It is impressive how defiant you can be, even in a situation as discomforting as this. Now, try not to cry. Keep your chin up. This is but a minor setback in your story. Like all fair maidens, you are deserving of your own happy ending. You only need the strength to try and seek it out. Why don't we give this another go? Just try not to ensnare the hearts of any more monarchs, particularly those with unusual appetites. You are destined for far higher purposes than being an entree, and there are vastly more enjoyable ways to be eaten in this world. Oh. Your fate is once again in your hands. She's like, yeah,
At least we were called an entree and not an appetizer.
She's like, I think far highlier of you. Now I wonder, which path will you take? Give up. Give up. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Just give up.
Just give up. It's pointless.
I just give up. So you've come back here, have you? That does not come as much as a surprise. Though presented with the potential paths, it is not as though traversing any of them would have any particular impact upon your ultimate fate. In the end, you were always destined to return here. Did you really think you had a choice? How hopelessly naive of you.
Yeah, just close the game.
Yeah, just close the game. I thought you were smarter than that. Your breath, which once escaped your lips in a sharp, ragged gasp, is now on the verge of petering out altogether. Your lungs feel deflated as though they have been punctured. Your blood is rushing through your temples in a heady, overwhelming surge. Your stomach, meanwhile, has twisted itself up into knots. Your body feels heavy, your legs in particular. They no longer wish to obey you. You take a stumbling step forwards, and your foot gets caught up in a tree foot root. You are certain that you passed this route once already, and that you sidestepped it. Perhaps your memories begin to fail you, just like the rest of your body. Oh? It is almost time for me make my grand entrance.
Ooh.
Oh, so we did get the this is the start of the secret ending, the secret route. But that we will end here. We will save.
Yeah.
I'll just save right here. Cause I don't know how long the
That was
secret ending is gonna
interesting.
be. Probably as long.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
Like
if we
2
need
minutes.
another voice actor?
Oh no.
Well, someone else will, I guess, can maybe be the narrator.
We all read it at once.
In sync.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, or maybe I
Sounds
could
like fun.
if someone could switch with me to be the narrator, I could be whatever is hiding here.
Whoa.
Alright, so
Yeah. We'll see.
yeah, this is still locked. Okay. That is the end of that for today. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, see everyone in 6 months.
See you in 6 months.
Yo, see you in 6 months.
It
Hopefully,
was fun.
or longer. Just
Or
kidding.
longer. No!
Or longer. See you in 2027. Finally finish the game.
We finally finish. I'll try not to make it 6 months. I wasn't trying to make it 6 months, just things kept happening.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright. Let us go raid somebody on Twitch. See you in a year. Oh my gosh, no.
Double or nothing.
I'm going to have
So
to
what
go
if
back.
there's-
I'm going to have to go back on the VOD to see what down with the Gravedigger. Yeah, all the VODs are on my VOD channel.
Yeah. And the mermaid one.
You can see all of them and not have to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to go raid Lot the Dragon. They are playing Crimson Desert. I don't know
But
what
like,
this...
what if there's barely any dialogue left?
Oh
when
no.
we return?
I could get the other game, this parent sequel. I think that Jester played. We
yeah.
could play that if we run out of time.
Is
Or
it the same
peek.
characters or?
I don't know if
Oh,
I don't know if it's just a vampire.
Oh.
There's a sequel. There is another. Or I don't know if it's like a sequel or just like
You want the
Yeah.
answer?
Yes,
The
yes. Give
secret
it
ending.
at least like what it's kind of about, maybe. Unless it spoils who we
it's
meet
like-
here.
Well, sort of. Kind of. You don't see the mermaid or the gravedigger.
Hmm.
It's more like a sort of after story kind of thing.
Oh.
But I guess it is a lot.
Okay.
But it's like its own story. Yeah.
But is it long or is it fairly short?
I think it like roughly the length of like one of the routes, but I think there might be
Hmm.
2 or 3 ending.
Alright.
Like,
We'll just.
2 endings where I think you have to like play through it once and then you have to go through it again and just skip to get to the thing.
Alright,
Something
if
like
the
that.
route is short, we can like just continue on with that. I would also be interested in streaming that one anyways, but I kind of would feel bad because Sana and Eva would just be here for the rides.
Yeah, we're just here.
So hi Shiro, we're just about to end the stream, but I will also shout you out. I'll give you a shout out though. Man, bad timing. At least got you right before the end, yeah. So wait for the shout out thing to finish before sending you off to the Lottie stream. But yeah, I gotta figure out what's the other game called again?
The sequel?
Yeah.
The End of an Obsession, I believe.
Okay, I don't know if it's on. I don't think that they put that one on Steam, but they put it on like the other site.
Yeah.
Yeah, the end. Did I save at one point? Yes, I did save it. Oh, is there different characters in here?
Well, don't look. Don't look.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Trying to
sorry.
spoil herself again.
No!
We're gonna be replaced, Sana. We're gonna be replaced.
We're fired.
No. I didn't see anything. I'm deleting it from my mind. Okay, but yeah, I'll send you all to Lottie. Make sure to say Leafu raid and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. They're a dragon.
No?
Hey.
No.